Set your butane torches to high and your expectations to low. Coming to you from the Cigar Cave in the hills of Steel City. Get ready to get your fix. This is the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
Welcome to the Cigar Junkies Podcast.
The cigar show for the community, by the community.
A forum that talks stogies, booze, food, and anything else in the cigar lifestyle.
If you're looking for ratings, negativity, or an authority on all things cigars, you came to the wrong place.
Whether you like what you hear or not, please join the conversation and let us know by finding us
At the Cigar Junkies Facebook group.
or contacting us at thecigarjunkies@gmail.com.
What's up, junkies?
Here we go again.
27.
Yeah, 27. And it's a new setup.
Yeah. It's a whole new world.
I slaved for you people over a hot computer for like 3 hours last night to make this work. I had actually sent you a text. Well, I had typed out a text message to you that said that the OBS was a lost cause. And I forgot to send it, so it was still a draft. And then like 2 minutes later, I got one of the cameras working, and I was like, oh, hold up. But I was like ready to give in. I was like, this is whooping my ass. I'm too old to learn new tricks. But figured it out.
No, I dig it.
So we got some new toys to play with, and at least if nothing else, hopefully the live's going okay.
Yeah. I mean,
We'll see about the audio version.
somewhere.
Everything that comes through the Stream Deck has a little bit of like, it sounds like it's got reverb coming through from the, but I mean, I don't think it's that noticeable. We'll see how the audio quality is, but I don't want to go back. I like the new toys.
I dig it. So, we've got Mr. Dave Puskovich here with us. How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How you doing, junkies?
Not too bad. Good to have you.
It's always the best part of the week.
Yeah.
I think we're both happiest whenever the play button is hit and technical difficulties are negated and we're just able to do our thing.
Yeah, when it actually shows up on here.
It's like a Friday night party every Friday night.
Pretty much. Feels like it. So I'm gonna alleviate some stress from Corey, and I'm gonna ask you first. How was your week, Dave?
My week was good.
Yeah.
I mean, it was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a lot of new stuff came in from the show. Got the new Oz family cigars in.
Yeah.
Got the new Connecticut street tacos in. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Both of them fantastic. But that's not what we're here about tonight. But anyway.
Oh, I mean, it is. It's cigars.
Yeah, it is.
And Leaning House is a sponsor of this show. So the cigars that Leaning House, I would say, is at least 66% of relevant content right now.
Yeah. Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Got to keep up. Gonna have to keep up keeping up on that one, huh?
Right?
I think you'll be okay.
No, so I moved all the stuff from my tote into the new humidor last night, and I was so happy because there was 2 of those carnitas in there, and I was just like kid in a candy store. I was so excited because those things are so good.
They rock.
So good. And the Oz, I had one at PCA. I didn't get any to bring back with me, but that was phenomenal. That was spectacular. It was a really good stick.
Yeah, picked up a couple of the new Crown Heads too in the same order, and that also really good cigars.
Nice.
And next week, free plug, the Leaning House Honduran blend will hit the shop.
Yeah.
In time for the August, I don't want to say January 20th, August 20th event. 10th anniversary CLE deck party.
I was going to say, there's a lot going on at that party that night.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I don't think you can ever say anything that you say on this show is a free plug. You've been paying 2 cigars a week for it for 7 months now.
Yeah.
So you
It's pretty cheap advertising when you think about it.
you put your money in.
It's okay.
I mean, there's like 3 more people that know about you now because of us. So, yeah, it works out.
We did have one new visitor at that last event because,
Yeah.
actually several.
Yeah,
several.
so there was
Hey,
a couple.
I don't even work there, and I made a box sale. I just want to point that out.
You did. And I appreciate it.
And I'm sure it's going to be a lot more box sales, too, because that guy lives close.
Nice.
If I was you, I'd pick up the next Opus humidor that comes out because dude's young and he has no wife or kids.
They just buy it, huh?
He got money to spend.
Treated him well.
He bought a box of the Superfly without ever having it. I showed him a picture of what the Superfly looked like on the internet, and he's like, I need a box of those. And I'm like, all right. I got people for that.
I don't know that I've ever needed a certain cigar. Like, I really, really, really want to have a bunch of the Carnitas available and some other, other cigars that I really, really want. But I don't think I've ever needed a certain cigar.
I think when it comes to cigars, I have nailed what my my logo, my go-to phrase is, and I might turn this into a T-shirt.
Uh-oh.
And it is that I don't need that, but I have to have it.
I don't need it, but
That's
I
a
have
good
to have
T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's a good T-shirt.
Especially like whenever it comes to cigar accessories. I've got cases of cutters and lighters and tools, and I don't need any more. But sometimes I do have to have them.
Gotta
So
have
do
it.
you want a $5.5 million lighter?
Right? Jesus.
I mean,
Dude.
yeah.
What? And they sold them.
If I and I'd sell it too if I had it.
But I mean,
In a heartbeat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%. If I could get 5.5 million out of it.
yeah. I'd happily get rid of those for somebody, but like, man, that's crazy. It's a lighter. It does exactly what this does.
But
Well,
it's pretty. Very, very pretty.
It does it more expensively.
No, it really.
I mean, like that's the difference between like us and I don't want to give anybody any free advertisement. Let's say Beyond the Humidor. I like those guys.
Yeah.
They've played nice with us. So like they do the same thing we do, but more expensively because I think there's a lot more money coming into their bank account.
I have
from
no
what
idea.
they're doing. I mean, it looks like it.
I think they're just having
They
fun
got
like
comfortable chairs. We're all squeezed into a garage.
Oh no, they got it all figured out. So they actually
Yeah.
they go into a lounge early in the morning before he opens, and that's how they record their show.
Yeah.
So they go in before they open, they rearrange the furniture, set up, do it, then they clean it all up and get out.
It's also a good excuse to drink in the morning.
Yes.
Right? It's like,
Yes.
well, we got to do a pairing.
Yeah.
I know it's only 10 a.m., but hey.
Yeah, those guys are a freaking hoot over there. So, yeah, if you guys haven't listened to them, you got to give them some love. The West Coast us.
I enjoys them.
Yeah.
So, I think we may as well go ahead and, well, no, let's talk a little bit first. We haven't finished what's
Yeah.
going on with the week. You lived out your meme that you posted.
Yes,
on our
yes, I
page.
did.
Yeah. So, dude, how was that experience? Like, that was your first big one, right?
Yeah,
Like, that's got to
picking
be.
up that humidor.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was cool. I mean, it was a real bastard to get downstairs because it was bigger than all my doors, so I had to tear my frames off. And my buddy's got an Escalara, which is a really cool dolly, and it does the stairs for you. So it's got little claws that wrap around, and they're positioned the right height for a normal step. And dude, it was great. He's like, "Hold on," and it just drives itself right up the steps. All you got to do. The only problem is when you go up, it tries to like cam over. So you got to have somebody ready. But yeah, other than getting it in, and we got it into the one room, then we had to tear the box apart and all the packing apart, turn it, try and get through the one doorway. Then we finally get over to the basement door, and we can't get through. Like, no, come on. Yeah, it was no fun, but it is because it is heavy. But temperature control, heat and cold, humidity control built in, which I have to adjust. I got to figure that out, but it's close enough. I have it set for like 67, and it's running at 70. But it's,
I looked at that unit in Vegas. I mean, just to look at it.
Yeah.
It's just not in the market for it, but it's like beautiful.
dude, when you grab that door, it has a nice feeling when it seals, and it's not like a fridge door where you get that
Yeah,
vacuum
yeah.
suck. It actually kind of like recesses and then clicks in, and then each of the shelves actually pulls out and goes back in, and then it's all LED backlit on the door.
Hell yeah.
So, and then yeah, everything's built into it. It's all automatic. It's fancy, but it's far more fancy than me. And then I had the totes just full of cigars, and then finally I'm putting them in there, and I'm like, well, this is disappointing. I'm like, okay, I'm glad that I have plenty of room, but at the same point, I'm kind of like, this thing's really empty. Like, I have them like one deep, just kind of laid everywhere, and then it's driving me insane because they're not organized. Like, I just kind of dumped the tote into a couple trays and just moved it around. I can't even look at it. Like last night when I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not coming over. She's like, why? Like, because I'm gonna start moving stuff around. Like, I need to get things together.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, there's a Rocky up here, a Rocky down here. There's a couple special cigars that I got on the top shelf, but other than that, nothing's. I got that Calabria from Black Label. That's up on the top. The royalties are on the top. The Hawaiian blends are up there. But other than those couple like actual, sentimental ones, it's all just a mess. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. It's not how I roll at all. But I just finally bit the bullet. Was like, all right, I got to put them in the damn thing.
I imagine by the time that you're done figuring out how you want them to be organized and configured,
It's not going to work anymore.
they're not, none of them are going to be humidified anymore. You're going to have to refill the humidifier. Just looking at the way that you start the shop. Now, to be fair, I would probably be very meticulous and so forth in that process as well. Like I have a tendency to rearrange things.
Yeah.
But if I was opening a store, I'd be like, just think about it, decide what I want to do it. And I'd probably regret it later, but I wouldn't go through the truffle shuffle of things that you do of just back and forth and nope, here's floor plan number 607 and 3.
I got to go through and actually count how many of those I have, because it's got to be over 100 floor plans that I've
You've
done.
sent me at least 30 of them.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be well over 100 of them that I've done. And it changed again. So, like, the second bathroom in the back's going away because it logistically just cannot work. And,
Sorry, Goldsy, you'll have to stand up.
yeah, at this point, it's basically just let's get it open. So,
Yeah, I mean,
let's get going.
Let's hit the first hurdle for sure. I would say that's definitely significant
Yeah.
importance.
Yeah. Well, and then the way I had everything designed, I had it all kind of, everything was utility and everything was like maximizing it. And then I got done. I'm like, where do I put a broom? Like, I don't have a spot to put a broom or a vacuum cleaner. Like, oh, I don't have a closet at all anywhere. I'm like, crap. So
I believe that was something that I mentioned in
Yeah.
the planning phases of
And
make sure you have a place to hide the crap that you're going to need to
thought
clean
I
up.
did. I thought I did. And
You
then
did,
it got
like-
it got reallocated to something else.
You did it like 999 times, but not that last one.
Well, and that's the other thing is that the floor plans start blending together in your head. Like, oh, yeah, I got that covered. No, you had that covered on 2 iterations ago. But you took that out so you could make room for this and forgot to put it back. Damn it.
It's like, wait a minute, don't I have
And
3
you're probably not done yet.
No, God, no. I know I'm not. It's
And the fact that construction is going to go slower than he wants it to isn't going to help because he's going to, as things start to progress slowly, he's going to get new ideas and change his mind, and it's going to be, oh wait, I could now that I'm seeing this, maybe we could do this.
yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna drive the contractor crazy
I am the contractor, so that's really not
on
a
all of
problem.
it.
Pretty
well,
much.
some of the stuff.
I'm having a company come in and do spray foam and whatnot on the ceiling. I'm having a company come in and grind and polish the floors and coat the floors. Pretty much everything else is me.
See, I imagined it like did you watch the? You probably didn't because you don't have time. The Tom and Pam and Tommy thing on Hulu, dude. First of all, Sebastian
Sam and
Stan.
Tommy video?
Not the video. It's
See, I remember that.
It's like an 8-episode series about the video and how it got out and all that stuff. And Sebastian Stan, amazing job at playing Tommy Lee, dude. It's incredible.
That's cool.
Especially because, like the girl, I feel bad that I forget her name because she did a great job of being Pamela Anderson, like nailed it. However, Tommy Lee, the guy that plays Tommy Lee, Sebastian Stan. Like I do from the MCU, from watching all the Marvel movies. So he's
Right.
the Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
And so, like, you see so much of him as this one character. And it's, like, really incredible when you see somebody like that get lost in the performance that you forget that you're not watching somebody else.
Yeah. Then when they're doing their job as actors, when they're really cool.
Right. So Seth Rogen plays the contractor that they screw over, and thus he steals the shit from them.
Ah, okay.
And it's the first time I've ever seen him in a serious role, and he's actually phenomenal. Like, I've never seen him not in a comedy, and he's really good at it.
I wonder if he was still
plays
stoned.
a great job. I don't know. I imagine he has to be just to get to normal.
Yeah.
But like him playing that character, the reason that I brought this all up is because I imagine the poor contractors that do unfortunately step through the door of your store are going to be, like, nope, change it to this. Nope, wait, this would be better.
No, that's the one thing I've been on the contractor side of it enough that it's whatever I tell you, that's what it's got to be. Now, if you try and change something on me, then we're gonna have a problem.
Well, it's a good way to make sure your sex tape doesn't get leaked.
Yeah, it'll help avoid that. I'm gonna throw up what's up to a couple people. Mr. Kazura, thank you for stopping by.
Dougie Doug.
Dougie Doug is here. Patty and Chichingo, at least one of the two, is here from Our Cigar Life.
Dude, they're actually at the Steel City Comic Con right now.
Oh,
so they
that's
told me
right.
they weren't even going to be in. So like, Chichingo is probably out there making sales and like
Going crazy.
Peppa Patties in
Yeah.
there with the piggies just like in a corner hiding under something, hiding under a stack of Hulk cans or something.
And then, as always, Mr. Newman, thanks for stopping by. Sergio
always.
Melendez of Jefe Cigars, how you doing, brother? Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate having you.
Well, my week was uneventful, so I don't really have anything to say. Hopefully, we broke enough stuff at work.
All
that
you
it's-
did was work all week. Like you
Yeah,
were crazy
it
this
was.
week.
It was a little nuts, and then working my ass off to get this this setup
Getting it
done.
going.
I'm actually very proud of myself for it because I didn't think it was going to happen until next week.
Yeah.
But I was like, I'm going to play with it. And once I started, I couldn't stop until I figured it out. So
Yeah. Yeah, once you get going on it, you just get obsessed.
hopefully it pans out. But I think it's probably about time that we start talking about what we're smoking.
Hey.
It's time for the Cigar of the Week, brought to you by Leaning House Fine Cigars. The Leaning House is your destination for the ultimate cigar smoking experience. Whether you're exploring their wide selection of premium cigars, unwinding in their comfortable lounge, or enjoying live music on one of the most unique and intimate live music venues in the burg, the house has something for everyone. Do you want to try the stick we're smoking today? Stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com or visit Dave in Bell Vernon or Heidi in Brownsville. Wherever you are, make the house your home for premium cigars.
Premium.
And we are smoking this week. You want to tell them what it is while I show them?
Yeah, we are smoking the Cherubs. So these are the Scarlet Hog, which is the bald dude, and the Chicken, which is the not bald dude who's got a hat on.
Guess which band I like better.
Surprise! The Cherubs are a head-to-head set of cigars meant to be smoked at the same time. The wrapper and filler on all these cigars is the same, but the filler blend has been adjusted ratios between the two cigars to create a similar but unique experience, hence us smoking them back-to-back. What do you think so far, having them? Have you smoked these back-to-back before?
I have not. Always
And-
one at a time.
Yeah? And how you feeling about them?
I don't know. It's
They're very
there's
similar.
you know what, actually, the press release I think is true. There's a slight difference. Mm-hmm. It's basically,
I get a pretty significant difference, I think. But I'm an amateur. You're a professional.
nutmeg cream, raisins and anchovies.
Pretentious prick.
If you know me at all, you know I don't get any of that stuff.
I know. That's why I said that's why it's fun because I know you don't do that.
Fair enough. He got me. It's all good.
So what is the?
The,
Well, I think one is slightly more subtle than the other one.
yeah,
I will give it that.
I think in most cases, the bald guy comes in a little hotter, right?
Yes.
I
yes.
definitely get the
That's what I'm
spice
told.
on the bald guy. You know, we're known for that.
The bald boys of cigars.
But I will say that although I don't have a bad draw on that one, the Cat in the Hat, that's what I'm going to call Matt Booth from now
right.
on, by the way. I've decided that officially. Has a better draw.
Really? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think.
But I did crack my bald guy a little bit.
That's no fun.
We're used to the abuse.
Yeah, you'll have that.
What do you think?
There's definitely a slight difference, but it's not a ton. So I mean, somebody who's way better at this than us, I'm sure, would be like, oh, yeah, these aren't not. Yeah, I'm not the guy for that. I think they're really good. I'd love to play with them more and like keep back and forth. And if that was my focus of all of my attention right now, I'd probably be able to taste a little bit better. But we're bouncing around, we're bullshitting all that. Going to the blend, the wrapper is Nicaraguan on both of them. The binder is Indonesian, and the fillers are Jalapa, Condega, and Esteli. So,
Yeah,
definitely-
same ingredients, different ratios,
Yep.
right?
Yeah, exactly. Which I think is cool.
The interesting thing I'm finding about it is this stick is actually not significantly less than this one, but where they even out is, so if you take a puff and a retro of your bald guy, what you're doing now, put it down, and then take the Cat in the Hat. And I think that back to back, it is less intense. However, the retro on the Cat in the Hat has a lot more of a long finish to it, I think. I don't know if you get the same
Yeah,
feeling.
It's
The intensity is up front on this one, where it's on the retro for me.
yeah, it's similar in what it smells and tastes like, but the Cat in the Hat hangs out. It's there for a while.
More
afterwards.
intense retro on Cat in a Hat.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying.
Yeah, and I
But
think the
it stays
finish
for a
on
while, too.
the finish on the bald man is just the straight puff is where it sits with you longer.
Right.
But when you retro the other one, that sucker stays in your nasal cavity for a little while. And I retro both of them.
Yeah. At least I didn't retro any Scotch yet, so that's nice. We've avoided.
There's
that
always time, sir. There's always time.
we've avoided a couple weeks of that, and I'd like to keep that trend going.
Hold on. Should we just wait for it? That's a little loud.
Oh, sorry.
I got to play with the volume from sound effect to sound effect. What are you going to do?
I dig it. Sorry, I was watching that very depressing moth that you squished and didn't realize on it, and he just like bounced his way down in misery and just fell off. And I was really hoping he fell in the ashtray, but he missed.
Maybe it's a metaphor for all the other cigar shops that tried to compete with him.
Fair enough.
He just squashed him without even realizing it.
So these cigars are a LCC exclusive, right?
That they are.
They are.
Do you want to tell us about LCC a little bit? Because that's kind of your bag of worms.
Luxury Cigar Club.
Yep.
It's there's obviously a lot of cigar clubs out there across this land, no doubt about it. These guys are pretty exclusive. They have some protected territories, and they deal in what seems to be nothing but, well, boutique brands, but bigger name boutique brands. A lot of Booth. It has been historically. It's only the third offering that I got from those guys.
Okay.
Snake Shake was the last one, another Booth offering. And they've got some brands, the names escape me at this point, but I'll be bringing those guys in too.
Okay.
But they're just, no minimums. They're easy to work with.
Oh, wow.
Just great guys. Just great guys. And all they say, like, just good businessmen. It's like, you know what? You support us, we support you.
Yeah. Now, do they do like a monthly subscription as well, or
No.
they're just luxury?
What they
cigar
do is when they come out with something new, they'll give you a holler and say, hey, here's our latest thing. You want it?
club? Okay. So it's not like Pravada or any of those where they have their thing and then they're having their, hey, we still love brick and mortar too. Let us send you an apology kind of thing.
No, you could be a member. I mean, so anyone out there can actually
Join.
Yahoo, Google, do whatever, Luxury Cigar Club, and see what they have to offer. And they sell memberships.
Okay.
You could become a member and buy your cigars directly from them.
Oh, all right.
you
I
know.
got you. Yeah. No. Cool.
So we've come up with a couple of rating systems over the course of these 27 episodes, and we've failed to stick with any of them, right?
Yeah. We went pretty in depth on one of them.
But and I think that's part of the problem. And I think I found a simpler solution.
Okay.
So I think what we can do is go with the how does Chichingo feel? And so we'll turn it over to Chichingo and say, how do you feel about it? Yeah? Or no?
Yeah. You understand? Yeah. No. Look. Okay.
Yeah, they do
no,
look pretty similar. I understand.
That's all right.
I understood that reference.
It's just
but
it's nice to have Chichingo in the house.
yeah, I mean, he's right. But you know what he would do if he had them? He'd just double up.
Yeah.
Just like he does with everything else, double fisting.
just to hammer down. Just
Yeah.
Back and forth.
Mhm.
Nice.
Well, I don't even know about that. I think he'd probably both at the same time because he'd need the strong initial puff and the strong retro at the same time. And
All at once.
I think he would want to
Yeah. That is
punish
pretty
himself,
aggressive. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
So what do you? So Chichingo says he's going to win if we ever do a Junkies challenge, which is pick a really strong cigar and have a contest so you can
Oh,
smoke
that's
it
not
the
even
fastest.
fair. He produces the strongest.
But I don't know that he's going to win.
No.
No, because I mean there's some powerhouses out there that don't talk about how they like power too.
That's fair.
Like, after a good meal,
Maybe.
I'd put,
How do
I'd-
you know if you don't?
I'd
if they
put
don't
my
talk
man
about it?
Dave here up against him. I'd put money on Dave for it.
I was going to say, to do it fair, we've really got to do a lot of research to find the absolute strongest cigars out there.
Right.
Maybe some of your listeners can send some samples
Hey.
to you guys.
There you
That's
go.
always
What
possible.
they think is the strongest.
So you can watch us turn green on camera going, oh, God, yeah, no, that's the strongest.
So Barry Stein took a stab at that years ago and came out with his own brand, and it was called the Kilo. And that cigar, Barry sent to me as a sample the first time that I tried to do this show 6 years before the current iteration, when I just tried to sit down and use my music recording gear to do it, and then had a buddy from work and was like, hey, let's just sit down and talk about it and try it. And we smoked it. That thing was freaking ridiculous. And he's notoriously a leather tongue, likes strong stuff. And so, he had that cigar just blended intentionally to be the most insane cigar you could get to burn.
As rude as he could get it. Huh?
Yeah, 100%. It was like just throw as much Lajero in there as possible until it won't burn anymore, and then back it off like a half a smidge or whatever.
Oof.
And it was actually a good cigar, but it was an experience. It was rough.
I mean, that's how I'm with spicy stuff too. Like I enjoy really spicy foods, but if it doesn't have flavor too, I'm not eating it. Like I like ghost peppers. If you put a chunk of ghost pepper into a vat of chili and it adds a nice sweet heat to it the whole way through, that's cool. But like just sitting there trying to eat a ghost pepper, like you're just trying to prove something. Like I don't got to do all that. It drives me nuts.
I'm like that with Habs, and I know those are way down on the food chain as far as hot peppers go. But that's like I think Habs have a great flavor to them, themselves. But it can be overdone real quickly.
Don't make
just
me
load up on the Habs and be like, dude, you're just going for heat now, nothing else.
Don't make me Kiki Momo you. Either move your head or move your microphone.
Yeah, you got to get all up in it.
You're over here doing one of these. That's fine.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's better. Yeah.
There he is. Patty Cakes or Peppa Patty or whatever we're calling it said insert comment regarding playing with David's head. So you enjoy that. And for anybody who wasn't privy to the video whenever we went for this, any actual audio only, Corey was playing with bobblehead Chichingo, and it was pretty funny. So
It's a good time.
check it out on YouTube. It's easier that way.
I think we could have a segment for it. Were either of you ever into wrestling, like in the 90s? No.
No.
There was this dude, and I don't know if he had any gimmick other than this, but his name was Al Snow, and he carried a mannequin head around with him everywhere. When wrestling, he'd actually hit people with it as like when the referee was turned around, instead of hitting someone with a chair or pulling a snake out of a bag, he had this mannequin head. But his gimmick was going up to the audience and yelling, "What does everybody want?" And he'd hold it up and they'd all go, "Head."
Fair enough. Give us head.
I mean, especially the majority of the audience is teenage boys,
right?
So that it's easy to find some support there. But that might be a good soundbite to play going into the Chichingo's rating system.
What's everybody want?
And then cut to Chichingo.
Nice.
Yeah.
No, I like it. That's definitely something. And
I mean, we could cut to Jay and Silent Bob. I am the Click Commander.
yes.
All kinds of
I
possibilities.
gotta watch that again. I haven't watched that in forever.
Speaking of which, I don't want to. I thought about whispering, but I'm scared of the microphones. So I'm going to try to speak in a code that only you will understand.
Oh God.
So is it too late to pull an audible on the participation trophy and save that one for next week?
No, not at all.
Okay, because I'm thinking that the toys that we're playing with right now probably is the most active participation ever. We could save it for the end of the show
absolutely.
still. But I just wanted to get on the same page with you before I started driving that point.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I concur. I have no idea what you just said, but I concur. Yes, that's a great idea.
It was good.
Great idea.
He played it well. All that. No, I like it. I knew what you meant.
It's fun how he got the hang of it.
Where's my sausage?
You know where it is.
Okay.
It's in its display case. I thought you were asking me for a personal favor for a minute. I didn't really know how to handle that one.
I'm stuck.
Yeah, all right. And it's going to slide down and hit the microphone. And he always has to have at least one, kids. He has to bang it at least once. Wait.
That's what she said?
That's what she said.
I got you.
Okay. No, all right. There we go. Now I got my silly sausage. You haven't met the sausage yet, have you?
I have not.
This is my
And I'm okay with
He
that.
looks
I'm
intrigued.
okay with that.
He looks intrigued.
So
Well, when he said he's going to bang his sausage, that's what really got
Yeah.
intriguing.
So, my
he's
sausage.
got to play with it every episode now.
You,
Silly sausage. Come on, play with me.
so he wants to be played.
You got to hold him in.
Poke me.
Oh.
Dip me.
He's got to get closer to the mic for
Yeah,
the deaf guys.
He holds it too far away. There's just like a tiny taste of sausage for the audio listeners.
Dip me.
Just a little
Poke
sausage.
Me. Dip me.
Yeah.
Dip me. Poke me. Dip me. Dip me.
We're gonna lose the audio listeners
Yeah,
here.
that's
I think
it. That's
is what's
all we
gonna
got, man.
happen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So that's my
let's
sausage.
not go too.
We're I like my sausage.
He'd be a good mascot too, right? You could put him in the cowboy hat.
Oh yeah. We need to get him.
Every
Get
once
him
in
a
a
little
while.
cowboy hat,
Yeah.
I throw
a
out a
little
lot
tiny set of assless chaps.
Yeah. Oh,
Perfect.
Right.
Somebody's been paying attention to the comment section on the page, isn't they? He wasn't even
He wasn't even
involved
privy
with,
to that, and he
with
knew.
the other
Uh-huh.
group. No, he was. That was a public post.
Oh, okay.
The other one where I customized his logo.
Yes, it was nice of him.
Yeah. Let's see if I'll see if I can find you the
Yeah,
example as Sam distracts the people with his vocal talents.
Yeah, he did his own version of it where.
He posted this online today, so I made an alteration.
So he took my just the
I did
tip
not see that.
cigars.
But
And what did you make it say? What you were
oh, yes, I did see that.
yeah.
About the seat.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Yeah.
So, well, this was shared with a separate chat group,
Yeah.
but yeah, I posted in the main comment under the picture of I hope you wipe the seat off afterwards. But for you know what's fun is that I can actually do this quite easily now.
Oh, look at you
because I
go.
got the buttons.
Because he's got buttons.
So, just for anybody out there in the audience wondering what's going on, I ask you to pay a particular amount of it. I don't know if I can get it to focus on here, but I'm particularly proud of the logo. But that's
Feel
enough.
better?
I
Feel better
do.
you got it there?
I do. It's fun to share.
All right. Let's see. What else were we gonna? We had like all kinds of stuff that we were gonna talk about, and it's completely eluding me. Other than the notes.
I don't even remember having things that we were planning to talk about. So.
Oh, we were talking about them yesterday on the phone.
Oh yeah, I
Stuff like
don't.
that. That's all gone.
No. Oh, 100%.
Yep.
It was probably gone as soon as I hung up the phone. Sometimes I don't even listen to you. I just go, yeah, it sounds like a good idea.
Call, say your part,
Yeah,
and just
put your life savings in a cigar shop. That seems like a wise
That's
investment.
fine. It'll be. I'm cool with it.
I
You
just
can always
wanna,
get your money back
Yeah.
at the very least.
Yep.
Worst case scenario.
That's
Man,
it.
Unlike a bank.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. No, screw the banks. That
Hey!
I don't. What?
Bank, not banks.
He said banks plural.
Oh.
The banks.
Yeah, I am.
Not the Bankses.
I am the banks.
No, you're a banks.
I
not
got
the banks.
no.
No, there's better banks.
Fair enough. I don't want to. I want to turn. Shit.
It's no, you did it now. Now you gotta finish it up.
Yeah, because I'm worried that people might look it up. So, like my personal YouTube channel that I always used to share music with individuals or, videos of my kids opening presents or whatever to my father. When I created my channel, you needed a unique username and stuff for it. So it's just called The Corey Banks. So I was going to respond with, but I am the Banks.
But yeah, well, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to the ridicule that follows.
I'm pretty excited about it. So yeah. Let's see. Silly sausage. So you got new stuff coming to the shop. We talked about. I don't know. There was something that I specifically wanted to bring up and didn't tell you about on the notes, and that's my fault. And I gotta just stop doing it.
And
that
I do
way.
call and ask, and I say, "Hey, you got anything to add?" Because I'm doing the thing, and sometimes
And I
he
never answer.
emails me, and I forget to check the email, and then we don't get it anyway.
Yeah.
But Dave, I want to give you some props here because you came on to the first. This is what your third time on the show now.
Third time.
So the first time you came on, you were kind of a little bit,
You were
shy?
waiting to see what was going on.
Shy.
Well, I didn't know what to
Introverted?
expect. I didn't know
Yeah,
if you
for
were like,
sure not.
we were gonna have to, I was like, well, it's 33% jalapa. It's like, just screw that. I'm not,
No, for sure. But you seem to like slid right in here. You seem like a very comfortable third person on the show, which is fantastic.
Well, it's like
good
a
to know that you
conversation
can
at a
sub
shop,
in.
really, when it comes down to it.
It's nice to know that I am currently unreplaceable because of the fact that Sam had this brilliant idea of bringing in a producer that has never once
Yeah,
made it to the
not a
show
single time.
to learn how to do this in case I was ever absent. And I've got no problem with that because I don't want it to really exist without me. It might be selfish, but hey,
Yeah, you'll have that.
I'm a selfish fucker. But he's replaceable. We've already done it once with Chichingo and Peppa Patty, and now I know Dave can step in when he needs to.
Yeah, I don't matter, and I'm
He
cool
just
with it. I don't matter.
slide
All I have
into
to
the
really
corner.
do is learn the buttons. That's it.
It's a lot of
All the
buttons.
sound bites.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
And how to bob Dave's head.
I feel like if you pet it, he starts. If you just pet
We
him
need to
gently,
tilt the camera down a little bit more for the kids at home.
Oh Jesus!
That's better.
That was
That's
far
working.
more awkward than it looked.
There you go.
Oh,
I don't want to creep him out too long.
Yeah, you'll have it.
Yeah.
It actually looks really good with my hand just like petting him, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, so what?
Awesome.
What the hell was that?
You do you, buddy.
I don't even know what I was gonna do. Dude, it's been a long week.
Yeah, having a little bit of trouble staying on track. Huh?
I am today.
Hey.
My head is everywhere except here.
You know how often I come into the show and just completely forget about what I wanted to talk about? It's insane. Like, it took me like 6 or 7 weeks to remember I wanted to talk about waffles, but I finally did it.
Yes. Yeah, you did get waffles involved in the show.
And it became a topic on the the page as well.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm influencing people's heads. That's all I'm trying to do is get in there and spread the virus, as it were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like waffles?
No. All right. So you weren't privy because he doesn't mind being on the show, but he's not going to waste his time
Rim shot.
watching
I mean,
it or
rim shot.
listening. There you go. It's that one. There you go.
There you go.
Still got the half-second delay. So, no, my argument is that we perfected a food type with our engineering skills when we created the waffle. But then we just gave up and left it sit there for one use. And my thoughts are, why not apply it to more things? Like a hamburger bun that not waffle the whole way around, but just waffle on the inside because you have better condiment retention, right? Also, you got more friction, so if you choose to put down your sandwich, I never will, but if you do choose to put it down, perhaps it maintains its structural integrity when you pick it back up. Maybe even making the hamburger patty itself into a waffle shape so that the cheese is
They
evenly
interlock.
held.
You have them locked together.
Lego burgers. There's all kinds of that's what I'm saying. I think our engineers have been slacking when it comes to trying different shapes and types of food.
You're still gonna have problems with tomatoes and lettuce, though.
No, you just
If
have
you
a,
do.
you have a flat side to the one bun. I actually thought
If you
about
dice
this.
them, you're good.
Well, you could dice them, drop
There
them
we
in.
go.
Yeah.
Little onions. in
Create
there.
a kitchen utensil that chops the lettuce
You can
into
do-
the perfect waffle sizes.
Into
You
waffle
do-
squares, or just like a press for the lettuce. Because I mean, it's lettuce. Who really cares? Like bam,
Press
done.
it right into
Yeah,
the
just-
waffle.
It'd be just like cigars. You can go with like finding the right blend.
Yeah.
So you get, every other pocket gets pickle. Every other pocket gets ketchup. Every other gets, you go thirds gets your mustard,
See, now I feel
jalapeno
like we're
pieces.
making this difficult. Like we were engineering out problems, and now we're creating more difficulty.
Yeah, I mean
We're
that's.
making
I
it
feel
take
like
longer.
I feel like if there's anything that we do, it would be that.
What,
we,
more complex?
We take a situation and we just tear it up and make it suck.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, we can do that. We can ruin pretty much anything.
Yeah, but I mean, there are a lot of applications. Think about brownies or cookies that were made in a waffle shape, and then whenever you put your
Yeah.
ice cream on there, it's biggity blam.
Yeah.
I mean, funnel cake works really well too for holding your like ice cream and whipped cream because you get those pockets in there. But just think about the distribution possibilities. That if
It's a
you
great idea.
Yeah.
Craft burgers
Ooh.
made with,
Yeah.
like you said,
And then you have like bacon weaves that you press into the waffle form. You set those in, and they kind of just lock onto the top of the burger, and then the bun locks.
and if
onto
you could
that.
make the little squares, the indentations large enough, you'd have numerous condiments.
Okay. I do have to give a shout out to Fritos. Because Fritos, they be making the scoops.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but
They
here's
stepped
the
That was
thing.
brilliant.
Here's the thing, Pringles. Okay. Because they're not a potato chip, right? They are like mashed
chip.
potatoes pressed into a shape so that they're all uniform. That-
Done with corn. Fritos.
Well, but I
Pr-
stepped into
Pringles.
Pringles.
Okay.
So my transition here is Pringles could compete by using a waffle press to make their chips, and then you have better dip distribution and retention. You see what I'm saying? Like you can go all over the place with this. It's
I
over
think there's actually chicken and waffles chips already
that are
little
shaped like waffles.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a good way to get my attention.
But I mean, if you have a waffle bun and waffle burger, and they put waffle fries with it, I mean, that sounds pretty fantastic to me.
Yeah, I don't understand why the chat's not lighting up with people that are,
Someone is going to take this idea and run with it. That's
Yeah.
what's happening.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not commenting. They're just be like, that's
It's
a
like-
great idea. I'm just going to
I
I'm going to do that.
I ain't even gonna ask for a percentage. Just give me some product.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just hook me up with some waffle
Yeah.
buns.
Got any of them waffles?
All right. When we get back, I'm making waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Go Eddie Murphy.
Or this one's gonna get me. This might be crossing the line. What about you, Trojan? You got ribbed for your pleasure, but if you did the waffle shape, you could have the twat waffle.
Wow, bro, I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I'm
It really came together
simultaneously
on that one.
disappointed,
Yes.
mostly because of his face, because he's like, "Wait, what did you say?"
No. I was just going to say, it's like twat waffles already exist. I know I've seen 3 of them today. Just in my travels, I've seen 3 of them alone. Just today.
Or perhaps we go into the marital aid accessory department, and we could make that shape on there and call it the twat waffle.
All right, so I'm feeling like we should hold off on the waffle empire that we're talking about building temporarily, just for a capital building experiment.
Right.
We start a
I
dessert.
hope my wife doesn't listen to this episode.
It's about to get worse
Might
too.
lose half my stuff.
So we start a premium pastries place,
Okay.
and it's going to be nothing but twat waffles and cunt cakes, just for a temporary, little period of time,
Okay.
and then we move into.
But the
waffle
name of the
empire.
company is going to be Premium Pastries, but we're just going to call it PPs.
But we're going to call it premium pasties,
PPs.
and we'll wait. But pasties.
I feel like this is an episode of Family Guy, doesn't it?
Exactly. Let's see how
Premium
we quit.
pasties, peepees, premium pasties, peepees.
Why did you say it like that?
Wacky
Why do you-
inflatable, flailing arm, two-man emporium.
You know who really needs to be part of this conversation?
Uh-oh.
Is Matt Booth.
Really?
That guy has
The cat in the
one
hat
of
himself.
Oh my God, he has one of the most, and I say this in a good way, bizarrely creative mind of any human being I've ever met in my entire life.
So he'd fit right in.
He would take this and just, oh my,
I just ruin it, huh?
that's actually props to him.
Yeah.
It's, you know, it's a good thing.
I need to test my new abilities here as the sound engineer of this show and see if I can make it work.
Uh-oh.
Twat waffles.
There you go.
I cut it off a little abrupt. I was trying to I overcompensated, as I do with many things, in trying to beat the delay. I cut it
Yeah.
off a little bit short, but it's okay. It's
All right, all right.
It's my birthday!
I live for that face.
I'm not mad at you. I'm just disappointed.
I feel like if the resolution on this image was good enough that somebody could zoom into your face and his face, there's a meme there, because they were polar opposites.
I just stopped like, man, no. Seth Jones said he's too busy writing his business model / plan right now for it.
You know what, Seth Jones? You were the one person that you'd have my blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Run.
Yep. I could see you being an equal part in Twat Waffles.
You know where this would do really well? Like concerts and festivals.
I thought
Like,
you were
have a
gonna say
trailer with like
the internet?
and have that selling at like a concert or a festival.
Oh, a food truck called
Yeah.
Twat Waffles,
Twat
where
Waffles.
everything is served on waffles.
Yes.
Everything. So you get hot dogs on waffles, hamburgers on waffles.
But don't sell just waffles and syrup. Like that's not a thing.
No.
Like
It's
everything
just,
else.
Yeah, everything.
Ice
yeah,
cream
yeah.
and waffle cones.
I wanted to make a. There was a point where I had the idea for a restaurant called the Jalapeno Grill or no, the Jalapeno Grill, and it was just every food option had jalapenos in it. Everything from ice
Cereal,
cream.
ice cream.
Yeah. Not cereal, but like stuff that you would
Why
get
not?
at a restaurant, because
Like
it's not
cereal.
something you order at a restaurant unless you're like Jerry Seinfeld.
That's true.
But you know, it was like, no, we have a wide variety of options, but every single thing that we have has jalapenos in it. You could even do like a jalapeno lemonade.
Jalapeno cereal meant to be eaten dry
Exactly.
without milk,
Yeah.
straight out of the box.
Tell me jalapeno lemonade doesn't sound amazing.
Yeah. No, it sounds really good.
Sweet, savory,
Spicy.
spicy.
Yeah. It's kind of like that moonshine from McLaughlin's.
Oh,
Dude, that jalapeno moonshine is so good. So good.
All right, so Seth Jones says that it goes with his sausage food truck that he'd call Jonesy's Junk.
Yes.
I say we change it up to the silly sausage and the twat waffle.
Oh, I feel that's a band now. The silly sausage and the twat waffles.
I've been looking for a fucking band name.
silly
That's
sausage
it.
and the
it could,
twat
be,
waffles.
it could be a pair of cigars made to be smoked together at the same time.
No. I'm telling you right now, he's onto it. You when you put in your order for next year's T-shirts for the Concert Deck series, one of the headliners is going to be
The
silly sausage and the twat waffles, because that is 100% what I'm going to name my band.
Yeah.
150%.
so That's going to be an interesting one.
Oh yeah, very much so. It's down. I can't, and I have an excuse for T-shirts.
What's the name of the DJ from Letterkenny? What the hell do they call their?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember what it is. It's like Two Dicks or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
That's what I appreciate about you.
Is that what you appreciate about me?
I mean, if you had them, that's what they would appreciate about you.
I remember a lot of funny stuff. I just can't remember what's funny about it.
All I know is you give a young man 30 idle seconds, he's likely to get a boner.
Yep. Sounds about right.
Actually, I was thinking about writing a song based on some of the jokes on that show too, but they would probably go over too well with the crowd on your deck, and my wife wouldn't be real happy about it.
You haven't seen Letterkenny yet, huh?
No.
Haven't seen what?
Letterkenny, the show?
No.
Oh yeah, there's some good material there. I don't even want to give it away because I don't want Seth Jones to beat me to write my own song.
Yeah, that would be not cool.
Yeah, for sure not. You can borrow my wife's hands if you want to, instead of having to post up again. Every time you tap it, I can hear it in your
It's
microphone.
done. I don't usually tap on it that much. It's fine.
No. So how's everybody doing with smoking two cigars at the same time? I'm having a little bit of difficulty making my jokes and keeping them both lit.
Yeah, there's a lot of attention required to keep both of them going decently. The bald one,
This is why I don't do threesomes.
the bald guy's actually sneaking up on me as I'm favoring the bald one more.
That'll happen.
Yeah. I don't really like wearing a hat, hence the 3 kids. I like it bald, raw dog it, and just go to town. But yeah, so far I'm liking, even though the retro hail's a little bit stronger on that, this is
On the bald
That-
guy.
on the guy with the hat has a better retro.
Oh, yeah.
But the bald guy's stronger in general, and I'm enjoying it more.
All right, I'm going for it. We're gonna see what happens here.
Not the first time he had 2 sticks in his mouth at the same time. You didn't.
It's
hit
hard
the-
to get a good
You didn't
seal.
hit the button, by the way.
I thought I hit something.
There
I
you
might
go.
hit a blank.
There you go.
There's too much air getting in here.
There you go. Yeah, like you did last time. Put it 1 from each side. That just seems uncomfortable. Very smoky.
A lot of smoke that way.
This is a very different experience when you retro both of them at the same time. Yeah,
That would be intriguing.
yeah.
I'll give that a go.
It's like
I could take a hit off one, hit off the other before I
yeah.
exhale.
It's like there's a party in my nose and everybody's getting tased.
Everybody's getting paid.
I don't know how else to explain it. It's interesting, for sure. But let's see. We are ready to get. I thought we were so much further along.
No, we're not.
We're a decent ways into this episode, and
We haven't really talked about
yeah,
it
we're
yet.
kind of slacking. So let's get to some porno music.
Good news, everyone.
It's time for the cigar news, brought to you by Tom's Penworks. As a cigar smoker, you appreciate luxury. And as a premium cigar smoker, you appreciate handmade craftsmanship. And as a customer of Tom's Penworks, you'll appreciate the selection of custom-made, limited production items that you can show off to your friends. From handmade pens, pencils, bottle openers, cigar cases, and now custom rings, Tom will create something special for you or your loved one. Find him on the web at etsy.com/shop/Tom's Penworks. And as always, you can find the link in the description for this episode.
Oh yeah, time to get down, baby. This week in the news, it's not a whole lot going on. We're a couple weeks after PCA. A lot of things have settled down. But Black Label Trading Company releases the Bishop's Blend 2022. This is the 7th release of the Bishop's Blend, and it continues to be one of their most sought-after limited annual releases. It features an Ecuadorian Habano Maduro wrapper, Ecuadorian Habano binder, and fillers from Nicaragua, Connecticut, and my favorite, Pennsylvania. Available in 3 sizes. Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust released the Maestra de Saca the Bewitched. It's hard to get the 2 thes in there. And it's the same cigar as the Owl Shop 75th anniversary. It's a 6 5/8 by 50 box press Parejo with an Ecuadorian Habano wrapper over a Mexican San Andreas Cultivo Tonto Negro binder and fillers from Nicaragua and the United States. Like other Maestra de Saca lines, it's packaged in coffins, with these having a small owl on them as a nod to the Worcester-based store.
Oh, right, all right. Also, Dissident just dropped also, didn't they?
They did.
What's the new one called? Is that the Molotov? Is that the...
I think the Molotov, yeah.
Yeah, so-
And in addition to the Bishop's Blend, apparently the production was such that it's not going to meet demand. So,
Nice.
I mean, allotments have been reduced.
Yeah.
So,
If you can see
basically,
them,
just
get
makes
'em.
them that harder to get and more rare. So, if you're lucky enough to get them, we'll have them in next week.
Nice.
I already had
limited
2
time.
pre-orders, so
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
There you go. So, I did take your advice, and I joined the PACC. However, I did not get my approval for the
Right.
membership in time to add it to the notes. If you're wondering why that wasn't in there, that would be the reason. However, I want to know, did you?
I understood that reference.
It didn't really play out the way I wanted it
No,
to.
it didn't.
When I was jingling Chichingo.
Yeah.
You understood the reference?
No.
Oh, so let's try it again.
No, please don't. No more porn bobble.
Do you not understand it?
No. Yes. Man, works every time. Yeah.
What is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Too late.
Don't hurt me. No more. It's just sad, dude. All right, so what was your opinion of the intro to that ad? Did you like the porn music, or what are your thoughts on that?
porn music was very subtle. I mean, I had to really dig deep in my memory banks. It's like, Is that really porn
It's
music?
like,
I mean, Seth
It's
Jonesy
like
said he
90s
loves
porn
the
music,
ad.
not 70s
we're still
porn
on
music.
Chinga.
Yeah, but I mean, Jonesy said he loves the ad. So I mean, at least you've got some props towards it.
I mean, whether or not the music is your taste or not, like I really felt like I did a pretty good job
It's a
on
good-
that
good
ad.
ad. It's a
I
good
was
ad.
like,
Good
I
ad,
was like,
sure.
that
Yeah.
sounds like something I'd hear on a podcast that I listen to, not the garbage that we produce here. So
garbage.
you know, I mean, you could either go with that, or you could visit Dave and see if he has any suggestions for different music. I think
70.
that might be the first time you f-bombed me on this show.
Yeah, I think it actually was definitely the first time for that.
Honestly, your restraint is impressive. 27 weeks.
Yeah, before I just gave you a straight up, but how?
Most people don't last 27 minutes.
You sure don't last one.
That's what she said.
Yeah, PACC. So I talked to Josh Hoover before he posted on the Junkies page.
You ever Hoover Schneef?
Hoover Schneef off of the... Never mind, we're not going to get into a Hoovering contest here. But yeah, Josh asked about throwing that up on our page. So if you guys saw that ad, that one definitely was allowed. We don't allow any other advertisements on the page.
Well, here's the thing.
Without approval.
If you want to bring something to attention to the people in the group, that's cool. But like, do it the right way. Do it through us.
Yeah, just
That's
let
all.
us know.
Don't be like us on other pages. I think is the main point.
No, we got permission everywhere we post this stuff.
Eh.
I have a schedule of like, on this page I post every 3 weeks. On this one I paste every 3 weeks. And this one, and I discussed it with the admins. Like, we're good.
Truth be told, early on there was a situation where I decided I'd rather ask forgiveness than permission. I did not have permission, and I didn't choose to ask for forgiveness either. I just went away.
That was it.
Okay, not the group for me.
My bad. No, with PACC, I really enjoy that group. They always have something going on. They do, I think it's every Thursday, they do a HERF, for every other Thursday they do an online HERF. Just whoever wants to join. I mean, I got there the other day. I had time to join it. It was me and one dude for, 25 minutes, and somebody else came in. I had to go. And it's nice that it's just an open room that's always there. They have a lot of events. They're more concentrated on the eastern side of PA. But they're trying to get more reach out this way. So I really encourage, and it's supplemental. It's not PCC or PACC. Like, if you're in one, both of them are going to be good for you. So definitely give them both a shot.
Yeah, for sure. For the people that are local, I'm
Yeah.
hoping that we're starting to broaden out beyond that. But I mean, the thing about this show is, we're still supporting where we started and where I think most of our followers and listeners are in the local area. And
Yeah.
we try definitely to support the local B&Ms. And yeah, so I mean, if you're in the PA area, both very good groups to check out.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then just stick with us, and we'll give you what you need to know.
Yeah, buddy. But I wanted to make sure I pointed out, because there was a lot this week that went up that had to get deleted of people posting advertisements. So guys, if you want to advertise something, please just shoot me a message first.
The biggest
really
problem-
the bulk of it.
The biggest problem is the people that are posting without asking are probably people that joined the group without ever listening to the show.
Right.
And they're just finding cigar groups that they can advertise.
Yeah.
So.
And hey, good on you, man. Like, you do it, just understand it's going to get deleted. I mean, I'm usually pretty on top of that stuff. So, yeah.
So I wanted to throw back to last week real quick, because I don't know if Dave heard the story or not. So we were over at Nelson McGuasto's for the Aladino event, of course. And so we're driving. I'm already home. I picked up my wife's friend, Eileen, to get ready to come to your place for the concert.
Right.
And so I'm driving. I've got her in the truck with me, and I get a phone call from a phone number I don't recognize because the truck doesn't tell me who it is in the phone book. And so I answer, and I'm like, hello. It's like, Corey. So, yeah? This is Fred. Oh, I'm like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, you won. And I'm like, I won what? And he's like, the raffle. And I'm like, which place? Because I'm like, ain't no way I won the first place. And, no, the
big
first
box.
one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're fucking with me. And he goes, no, dude, I pulled the ticket live on Facebook. Like, I can't lie. You could look it up on Facebook. So as soon as I could, I pulled over and looked it up on Facebook, and it was glorious. He has this big clear box with like 700 tickets in it. He's digging around through it, and he pulls one out without even looking. And he looks at the ticket and doesn't know what the hell's going on, because whenever I got there, I bought 50 count Aladino as soon as I walked in the door, made sure I got all my entries and stuff. But I had to fill out 20 of these things. I was like, can I? He's like, you don't have to put your phone number on it. I said, can I just put my initials on? Because I got to go set up a podcast, like it's already sketchy. He's like, yeah, it's fine. So I just scribbled my initials on all of these tickets. So he pulls it out and looks at it and goes, who's that? And he shows it to the guy behind the counter. Do you remember his
Troy.
name? Troy.
Yeah.
Good dude. Like him a lot. So Troy looks at it and goes, oh, that's the cigar junkie guy. And he goes, oh, okay. Turns back to the camera and he turns back to him. Which one? And so Troy, the best part of the whole video, Troy goes, the bald one. And so then Fred turns back to the camera and he goes, Corey Banks, you won. Congratulations. So long story short,
I gotta watch this
it
video
was
now.
really good, dude. I showed it to you real briefly as soon as I
Yeah.
walked in the door. It was so funny. If I was a little more experienced, I could probably pull it up on here now.
Yeah, not yet. We're not there yet.
Not there yet. But so I won the Aladino Cuban presentation box, and then one of the 10 bottles of bourbon that was made specifically for that event. That's what you should have probably pulled out for Dave. Oh, well, you got
He got to try it.
I did try it.
I brought the bottle down.
I did try it, yes.
So there were no bottles left. We each got to try it, and gentleman that he is, when I found that there was none left, Justo Aroa goes back through the door, pulls a couple strings, and comes back out and says, "Here, this is for you." Bought me one of the hidden bottles, I guess.
Nice.
There was only 10 of them made with the Aladino Cameron tobacco in it. And so as soon as I found out that I had won the other bottle with the grand prize, I was like, well, I'm going to bust this guy open
Yeah.
over here and share it at the Leaning House. We'll hold on to the other one, but
Appreciate the share. That was,
Yeah.
that was
oh,
nice.
wow, it's not like,
It's unique.
yeah, I
It's
mean,
definitely
Unique.
yeah. Yeah.
it's very cool.
I'm amazed again. I said it last week, but like I couldn't believe how mature the nose was on it, but how young it tasted in your mouth. Like you could tell there was no age when you tasted it, but man, you couldn't smell it. Normally, it's the other way around.
But at the same time, it wasn't like really aggressive either.
No.
No, it wasn't.
Like it was, it wasn't a refined taste, but it was smooth.
Yeah,
For what it was.
yeah, it definitely
And,
came through.
The one thing I noted was like full palate engagement. Like it felt like it just sat the whole way across every taste receptor in my mouth.
Yeah, I'd like to see it age just so it had some legs on it, so it would hang
Yeah.
around a little longer. I think that would.
Well, you did say, Justo said, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
He's doing some tweaking, and I think you said, I think you told me that.
I think you had too much bourbon that night.
No,
I
you definitely did not.
Quite the opposite.
I thought you were speaking to him. No, I had no. It was a limited production. There's only 10 bottles of this made.
Yeah, but and that's it. It's a work in progress because he's working.
yeah,
through-
yeah.
Oh, so there
He's
you go.
gonna
You
make
got
more,
it from
but he's
him
gonna tweak.
because you didn't get it from me because I didn't know that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know where you got it from.
Maybe you had a little too much bourbon that night.
No, I did not. I mean, I did, but it was actually Moscow Mule, donkey punches that I
you
indulged on.
went a little
Left one of my containers there as well, but that was just the ice
Sure.
container.
Nice.
Yeah, a gentleman would have brought it with him, but
No, I thought it was cool. That,
Someone that has a better set of memory banks would have, but
yeah. So not anyone at this table.
yeah, it's fair.
certainly not over here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna forget about it by the end of the conversation.
not
I
the guy
promise you.
anyways.
I already forgot about it. What were we talking about?
Who are these people?
We'll get it back
As
because the
Dave
first.
slowly slips into senility.
Well, that's the
Slowly.
beauty of the house. Guys have left lighters, nice lighters,
Oh shit!
for
yeah.
months inside the lounge. They come back 6-8 months later. It's there.
That's nice.
It just so
Yeah,
it'll be there.
I was there. I don't know. It was a February that I was there. So, well, actually, not this past February. The one before. It was like 4 or 5 months later that I came back to the house because I just wasn't going anywhere. Came back to the house and my bottle of Angel's Envy was still sitting where I left it on the one table. Nobody had touched it, and I was like, there was this much left. I was like, oh, you guys could have drank. And nope. I was amazed. Like nobody. It wasn't on the big table, so nobody touched it. So I that's amazing to me.
Yep.
Everybody's pretty good about that stuff.
Hell yeah!
No, I thought it was cool last week because Justo and Trey were able to come down to the house after they left Nelson Laguastos. That was nice to see.
Yeah, that was a nice follow up because pitched it hard to him like you guys should come over, hang out for a little bit, do something relaxing before you shoot back home, and
It was-
People
a
are busy.
day
They tell you they're going to try and stuff. You expect niceties, but they followed through on it. It was pretty cool for them to
It's like a
pop
day
in.
of celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
David Blanco,
Yeah. We had
Justo.
Blanco, Justo, Trey Mack.
Yep.
Another gentleman was supposed to make it down, but apparently there was wires crossed on that. And I still can't figure out how those wires got crossed. But yeah, and then another celebrity, Colby Wozniak, showed up.
That's
He
right.
came all the
Yeah.
way from Johnstown to the house. That was
Yeah,
cool.
very
Hell
cool.
yeah, very
Nice.
cool.
Ah.
The real question I have is, did Trey Mack do anything odd in the bathroom?
Probably. I mean, you just assume yes with him.
Yeah, again,
I don't know.
Dave's not
You
a
may not
listener
know
to the
this
show.
story.
he does not understand that reference.
So 2 weeks ago, Trey Mack, I think we just went. Trey Mack called
Nah, it just
Corey while
crashed
we were
out.
on.
Mine crashes every time.
Yeah.
The Wipe's good.
Called Corey during the show, and he's like, "What the hell? He knows we're doing a show. Like, what? How is this a problem?" I was like, "Dude, plug him in, call him back." So we plugged him into the show, called him back, and he's like, "Yeah, you caught me at a time. I'm on the shitter, guys." Like,
And we told him, I says, "Hey man, you're on the show."
Yep.
Like we said, screw it. You want to call during the show? We're gonna have you on during the show. You're gonna be the first call-in guest that we ever had
for the podcast,
And you could tell, like, there was something awkward going on.
Yeah.
It's like, "You okay, man?" He was like, "Wow."
Kind of middle of something.
So
here.
the question is, did he call me from the shitter initially?
yeah, that's exactly what I was
Or
gonna say.
did he? Because I mean, it was a
forgot
30-second difference. He had to have been running to the shitter either way.
Like, he was planning on it.
So phone calls for him in the restroom, definitely either that's how much he thinks of the cigar junkies, which is entirely possible, or it's just a regular behavioral habit for him.
You know what? He probably was running to the bathroom. He's like, "Oh man, I got to go drop a Corey." Speaking of Corey, I got to
It's
call
happened.
him.
It happened. It's hard to carry around this much greatness. You have to put me down,
Especially in such a small package.
100%. I mean, you nailed it on that one. I need a nailed it soundbite. I got one. I
Nailed
give
it.
it to you.
Nailed
How
it.
about one of these? Is that all right?
Yeah,
That
that's
acceptable?
Good
Okay.
enough. Yeah, I'll take
It's
it.
something.
I will accept that answer.
I delay. You said I'll take it, and
Oh, and
then
I
then
moved
you
past
moved
it too
on.
fast.
And I
Oh,
was,
okay.
yeah.
He's like, "That's what." Never mind. She didn't.
I was a little late on the trigger.
Do we want to touch on some of the events?
We could do that.
We
could do
could.
that. We don't have any fun buttons for the event.
Yeah, that's all right. So Wednesday, August 17th, Puffs and Stuff brings you Avo cigars, rhythm, fire, and flavor at Frosty Valley Golf Links. What is the golf links?
That's the name of the golf course, I guess.
Is it Golf
I mean,
Links?
That's what I copied it and pasted
Just
it
wanna make
directly
sure.
over. The most fun part about the events is always to see what I forgot to, carefully look at whenever I copy and paste shit over. Sometimes I put two things together that just have nothing to
That
do
don't
with each
work.
other or
Conflicting
don't work.
dates,
and-
times,
Uh,
locations.
It's
We've
just
done that.
I don't proofread,
Yeah.
and so he's coming in just reading the page like Anchorman style.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If it's on there, he's gonna read it,
I'm gonna
and
go
then
for it.
he stops afterward and goes, "What?"
So don't miss a 4-hour-long bonfire experience filled with music, food, fire, and great cigars. Avo Caribbean cigars paired with specialty cocktails and Latin cuisine. Visit the Cut and Light station for Avo Synchro cigar. Gather around the bonfire and share your most memorable stories while the local band Truth and Rights performs for you. On the putting green, play with your partner for a chance to win a Solo Stove Ultimate Bundle worth $1,210. You'll also receive a gift bag with cigars, specialty treats, and sparkling toast at sundown. Tickets include invitation for 2 persons. Add transfer services for $25. Board shuttles at either Jernigan's or Puffs and Stuff's locations. That was rough. Thank you for that.
A sparkling toast.
A
Not-
sparkling-
and
a
sparkling toast.
toast.
I'm thinking back to Ren and Stimpy powdered toast man.
That's what I was thinking, is like,
it's
what's sparkling toast?
sparkling wine toast
I
at
thought-
the end of the
I-
evening. Yeah, but
Got
the is very.
I'm now
important.
realizing that I didn't. I thought.
So
it,
I guess he doesn't read everything. On
I
the
thought I
page.
had said that. So I'm glad that you guys pointed out that I did not.
with sparkling toast, I think that'd be kind of cool.
I mean, yeah.
Be nifty. I mean, it's basically just what Mom made when I was sick all the time, right? She
Cinnamon
butter,
Toast Crunch?
cinnamon, and sugar mixed on it, sparkling toast.
You guys remember
you go.
powdered toast man?
No.
One of my favorite superheroes as a kid. I'll show you later.
Yeah, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Thursday, August 18th, Swine Asylum Pig Roast at Smokestack in Coriopolis, Pennsylvania, featuring amazing deals on Asylum Aroa and CLE cigars. They'll be roasting a whole pig at no cost to you. Stay tuned for prizes. And then we're going to have Saturday, the August 20th, we're going to have the Asylum deck party at Leaning House.
10th anniversary.
10th anniversary CLE deck party. We're going to have... Why did I just completely drew a freaking blank on who's playing?
Smoking Blues.
Smoking Blues, thank you. Smoking Blues down there. A whole drink menu, food menu is going to be going up on Facebook here shortly as far as what we're going to be
This
hosting.
is next week?
Next week.
Yep.
Next week.
Yeah, not
And that'll
tomorrow,
be-
week after that.
Wait, there's also something else happening.
And the most
Which I'm
important
gonna
part,
miss.
sorry, Dave, Chichingo's birthday.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to
That's
make it
big,
up to
but
him.
the Honduran lunch with the cigars, that's pretty big.
I don't know.
But it's
Well,
I'm-
he has his own
Yeah.
soundbite, so
Oh,
I'd say
yeah.
maybe
Wait,
that
wait.
one's...
Next time
for the
I gotta-
show, it's
I gotta
a big
switch
deal.
it to
It is. I understand it.
We got to switch it to Chingo Cam next time I play the
Yeah,
soundbite.
yeah. You got to have it set up where it automatically just does
Yeah.
that, like bam, bam.
I might be able to put 2 actions on there.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
You want me to do 2 things?
Reaction. All right, moving on. Wednesday, August 24th, cigar and cocktail event at RB Cigar Bar and Speakeasy, featuring 5 cocktail samples and cigar from Alec Bradley, located at 201 Main Street in Butler, Pennsylvania. This is a ticketed event, but couples will enjoy a discount.
I've just learned that I need to either pay more attention to the chat room or just none at all. Because I look up and smile. First of all, Pam Wozniak says, hola.
Yeah.
So
Hola.
hola, Pam. But I see Seth Chodes' response
I
to
told
the ad
you
from
already.
a half an hour ago.
I said it.
I told you I don't listen to you.
I told you he said it. Damn it. You guys see the kind of relationship I'm in.
Is my cigar wife. I don't
Doesn't listen at all.
in one ear out the other. The headphones do nothing. They don't
Yeah,
help.
boy.
I don't know what to tell you. Sorry.
And then, just because we're here, next week's show, we're going to be doing the Snake Shake, which is an LCC as well, which we had discussed previously. Again, feel free to stop by leaninghousefinecigars.com and pick them up.
I feel like the Snake Shake is like the next iteration of the silly sausage.
Yep.
I feel like that's the next like inappropriate toy to come from like Hasbro.
And the search begins.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, is it what? I mean, they already have it. It's called the Shake Weight. They're just going to put a snake head on the end of one of the shake weights, and it's just going to be go to town, buddy.
No, I feel like it's gonna be like a Stretch Armstrong style toy.
Bro, don't compliment yourself like that.
Why is it myself?
Because Stretch can get real big.
Yeah, but I wasn't talking about me. I was talking about the Snake Shake.
Oh, you're actually talking about snakes. Never mind. I thought we was running with the innuendos. I was wrong on that one. My bad.
I
My
mean,
bad.
it is. It's just not. It wasn't supposed to be myself.
And I was trying to make it about you.
Yeah,
Because,
you-
most of the time we have to make it about Corey for it to work.
I got no problem with that.
This is like a marriage, isn't it?
Oh yeah, very
Exa-
much
very
so.
much so.
Very much
Yeah.
so. Yeah, you say the wrong thing and you're in the doghouse for a week. You know.
Absolutely.
All right. I like how he's looking at the page like there's something there to
I was
save us from
looking
this.
to see
There's
if there was
nothing
something on
there.
the back.
Nah, there's nothing.
Nothing?
I
We're not
put
right
nothing
there?
useful on there. I
Perfect.
deleted the interview questions from last week and just kept nothing in their
Just
place.
like, I'm done.
It's room for notes is what it is.
I dig it. I dig
Yeah,
it.
yeah, and it's just like this show. It's empty. There's nothing there.
Empty, heartless, and soulless.
Yeah, fair enough.
Let's see. So, does anybody have any questions for Mr. Puskovich? Because we've got him here. So, does anybody who's online have any fun questions that we can awkwardly ask him and see if we can get him to turn red? Because that'd be fun.
Yeah, how far does your silly sausage stretch?
Ooh.
Depends on the time of day.
Hey,
I wonder where you're going to go with that. Go
yeah, I
ahead.
got nothing.
Okay.
I know.
I mean,
I'm just trying to decide what the time of day has to do with it. I guess when you get older,
Well,
you know, 1 out of 5.
that's a stump trumping a stump. Yeah,
I've trumped my
stump him
stump.
with this.
You
Try
just
to
gave
stump him with this question.
you just
No,
gave
no.
me a new name for my junk. I'm gonna call it the Stump Trumpet from now on. That's another good band name, except
Stump
for nobody plays the trumpet. So
yeah, it's not going to work out.
I mean, we could always outsource one.
yeah. It could be worse.
Or a side dish in twat waffles.
No. It's the silly sausage and twat waffle
We get silly
Make it
sausage
up.
and the twat waffles. And you can have guest appearance.
from Side Dish.
I kind of like side dish, just like as its own thing. Pam said gravity tends to pull things down.
Yeah. Well,
So that's where age apparently comes into it. So throughout the day, it's just the drop.
is that why mine isn't long? Because I'm already so close to the ground.
he's already there? He's less elevation to pull from.
Listen, I'm not one of those people that has to, try to exaggerate how big I am. I will tell you, it's the same thing I've been telling my wife Well, not my wife already knows, but I tell my coworkers who like to exaggerate size all the time. I say an average size penis looks huge on a small man. That's all you need to know.
Wow.
That's all.
Okay.
We're
gonna-
wait. I think it's. I have it on the old board.
I was having. And moving on. How are your guys' cigars?
They're burning in tandem.
Yeah.
They are.
This is definitely an experience that would be easier without talking as much as we are.
Yeah. Yeah, where you could actually give it the full attention. Definitely the recommended way. So
On the plus side, we are getting plenty of use out of our cigar accessories.
Cigar what?
Accessories.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yes.
The lighters are getting used today.
we're running out some gas.
There's a lot of refills in the futures of the, except for Iron Man.
Yeah, Iron Man
Iron
never
Man
runs out.
needs no refill. He's got you covered for many more cigar to come.
Yeah.
All night long.
All night long, all night.
Man,
You know what
we
the
went to
worst
same
part
place
about
on
that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we both should have went to the song.
Yeah.
But we gotta pick our parts. We just both went and like switched back and forth.
Yeah. I stopped. I was like, all right, I'll let him take the lead on that. Just let him start the roll.
Yeah, I don't know. We're too much on the same page to harmonize, I guess.
Who hit the higher note?
Chichingo, write it down and let us
Yeah.
know
I
next week.
don't know.
He's our resident secretary. So it's like anything that you want off the show, he lets you know where it is. Although he did mess up because last time you were on the show, you said one of my favorite sound bites, which was actually Corey's right. And I told him to get me a timestamp, and he gave me one. I went like 10 minutes in either direction, and I couldn't find it.
Yes. Thank you, Chichingo.
It's also possible that I
Appreciate you
just
taking my
imagined it.
message. Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah, you
I
know
may-
what? I need to finish this so I can get a different pairing.
Yeah. The Angel's Envy is better with it. It's got that little bit of extra sweetness to it.
Don't tell me, show me. And be like Chris Cornell, show me how to live.
I did not understand that reference.
You didn't.
Nope.
You've not good taste in music, I guess. I don't know. You get a free pass. It's a little it's like generationally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a little outside of it.
Although I wouldn't peg you as a guy that wouldn't be open to music past your generation. I just think you have a
I like
softer
Chris
spot
Cornell, but
for
I
that
just-
stuff.
as far as lyrics,
Yeah.
I've got nothing on those guys.
I mean, that's the name of the song. I think is "Show Me How to Live." Show me how to live.
Oh, I do know that song. I do understand that reference.
There you go.
You had to explain it, but I guess do I still understand the reference, or do I?
Well, I mean,
understand the
I said
explanation?
the thing and you didn't get it,
Yeah.
and I sang the thing in the exact
So-
same words as audio recognition.
Yeah,
I guess.
but that's a thing. Like that actually changes it.
yeah, for
I mean, I could say and the is in a lot of songs. But like, what do you mean you didn't know what song that was from? The word the.
I don't think it's really the same thing,
The.
Dave.
The.
What?
It's words. It's words, buddy.
Fits right in.
It's words. I used words and you didn't get it. It's not fun.
Use your words.
This is definitely just like, I don't know. Of all of our shows, this one's had the most lounge feel to me of just like backslappery compared to normal.
Yeah,
Like, cigars and all right, let's make fun of somebody.
Let's get that Laurel Hardy and Hardy feel to it.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it. Just yeah. All right.
See, that's an old reference.
yeah.
Chris Cornell on one end, Laurel and Hardy on the other end.
What?
Yes.
Sounds like something that Peppa
Teen
Patty
Spirit?
would fantasize about. It's like that song is a great name for a song, but if you really start thinking about it, it invokes a lot of questions. You know, I've always thought to myself, okay, now I understand what Teen Spirit smells like, but what does it taste like? But then I guess as I hear myself say it out loud, that's a good way
Do you
to
know
get.
the backstory to like why that song is called that?
No, I don't.
So-
I can guarantee you this: neither one of you knows all the lyrics to that song.
No, God, no, nobody knows. Yeah. So one of his
Actually, pretty good lyrics. Like the lyrics are probably really good, but
Yeah, if you knew what he was saying.
I do because I've looked him up.
Oh.
But
But no, so one of his buddies, as a joke, wrote Kurt Cobain smells like Teen Spirit on like a wall in a dorm or something like it, whatever it was. But they wrote it, and he thought it was like a counterculture thing. They meant it as a joke of like smells like Teen Spirit, like deodorant, because there was a deodorant called Teen Spirit at the time.
Oh, okay.
So he thought it was a counterculture thing, liked the way that it sounded, so he just called it smells like Teen Spirit.
hey, that's how I got my band name.
just a random reference.
Just like the way it sounded. Like, I like the way that comes out.
That's
of your
it. Like
mouth.
there's no backing to it. But yeah, Teen Spirit was, I mean, the deodorant, I guess, at the time.
Yeah.
And that's the
I
one
guess
that they
most ironic line was didn't have a gun. That was most ironic line he ever wrote.
I didn't understand that reference. I'm not a big Nirvana fan.
Well, one of the songs, someone doesn't have a gun.
James
Come on.
Gunn.
Hey, this is your generation, man. Come on.
he's like,
Bro,
he's
I'm not- I'm
wait a
not-
minute, did Jane have a gun or not? I can't remember.
No.
Janie,
Not Aerosmith.
Janie did have a gun.
Right.
That's Aerosmith.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You don't want to fuck with Janie.
Yeah.
Janie has
She's
a
a
gun, in
bad
fact.
But
And
one of the lyrics, Cobain talks about not having a gun.
yeah,
He
he
says
says,
that's-
I
Yeah,
don't
pretty
have
ironic.
a gun.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I
I get it.
don't
It
have
took a
a
little while.
gun.
And I'm like, wait, what are you talking about?
apologies to all the Kurt Cobain fans out there.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, dude, I appreciate what they did. Like the way that they came out with grunge rock and they boosted it and all that. Cool. Good on them.
I always thought they were a little overrated.
Exactly. But they were so unique because we're a little bit too young to appreciate what they did musically.
The sad thing is because of the fact that you don't understand the lyrics to that song, it got big just for the sound.
Yeah.
And the sound is good, and that's
was.
why it carried it so far. But if you look up the lyrics, you're like, this shit's actually got some depth to it, as well.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll take Pearl Jam over Nirvana any day of the week.
No, screw Eddie Vedder. He
Dude.
sounds like a goat.
Bro, calm down. No.
Yeah, dude.
Dude,
he
way
definitely
better.
does. Pick a song from Pearl Jam. What's your favorite song?
Jeremy.
Yeah.
Dude, that song was just like,
Yeah, that's the perfect example, and I can't even remember the lyrics to it right now. But
they pick on the kid till he
yeah, I
goes
know.
on a killing spree.
But that's the thing, like, you
But it's
have
just-
to do too much work to try to figure out what he's talking about.
But you
because
can
he's
understand what he's
like,
saying.
saying.
You can actually hear what he's saying. You're talking about a guy that goes,
Yeah, but I actually said that they were overrated, though.
Right.
I didn't say I loved that
But
band. I'm just saying, I said it's a shame that you can't understand the words.
I was comparing the two bands.
Yeah.
It's like Seattle grunge was kind of like New York punk on depressants.
Yeah, that's a really
That
good way of putting
needed
it.
antidepressants.
Yeah,
Put it that
like,
way.
It needs some help.
Yeah. I mean, musically, they were talented.
But that's what makes the
Great songwriters.
kids relate to it, because all kids are pretty much just depressed. You know what I mean? Like, even the ones that don't show it, you're always depressed about something. You know, like, nobody's comfortable with the way that they look, and they always think that people are making fun of them, whether they are or not. Sometimes they are.
It's kind of like
Well, see, that's
My
what Joey,
stepbrothers made me run into their fists because they didn't
you know,
feel
when
like
Joey Ramone sang about wanting to be sedated.
Yeah.
It was kind of a happy.
yeah,
It wasn't a depressed thing. He just like want to be sedated.
yeah.
Hey man, if I've been to the dentist, it's a good time. That's the way I prefer to do it. You know.
But no, like if you think about it, right? So you're a teen, you're depressed, and then pretty much the rest of your life is convincing yourself that you're not actually depressed because you were wrong in your teens and you had it good and you thought you were depressed then. So your whole life is just a quest to trick yourself that you're not depressed. When you're
Yeah,
actually
that's
depressed.
so you came back on that one, because the thing is, you were depressed, but the thing is, everybody just has to learn fake it till you make it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that's definitely a generational thing.
Yeah.
Because the 70s was definitely a great time to be a teenager.
Yeah.
There wasn't a whole lot of depression going on.
But there was a lot of psilocybin going around, so that helped.
That's what I'm saying. There wasn't a whole lot of depression going on. It's like, you know, if you got like really happy, then there you have. You have disco now.
Yeah. It's easier to be happy in a time without monkeypox. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Seth Jones said he's a grunge bit boy through and through. Flannel shirt, jeans, and Doc Martens every day of his teenage years. Hell yeah, buddy.
If I think about
That was
the
a great look. There's no doubt about it. Fashionably.
Dude, it was
fashionably,
cool, yeah.
It was cool as hell. Absolutely.
if I think back now to the girls that I dated as a teenager, and how much more I could have gotten out of the experience if I hadn't been brainwashed by Valtrex commercials. You know what I mean? Like,
Should have
just
smoked a doobie.
Yeah. I did that, and then I ate too many hoagies, and it was bad.
That's anytime I smoked pot ever. Like it was always the same
I think
thing
we've
for me.
listened to
Smoke
the show.
pot and
We're
just
cry-
melt into the freaking couch and just eat until I gorge myself until I'm sick.
Yeah.
Like, it was never
Yeah.
once did I ever enjoy smoking pot.
The first time I actually smoked pot, we were on a little basketball court hanging out, because that's what we do when we were kids. Like, we had video games. Like, I'm in the video game era, but it was new. And, like, we didn't have enough of them to fill our entire day with it. Plus, your parents would scream at you and throw you outside. So you got like an hour or two a day most of the time, unless you were like doing a sleepover or something. So we would go shoot hoops in places, and we were out at a basketball court, and I got some stuff in high school, and I was like, man, I'm gonna try this. And it was terrible because I was blacking out every 5 seconds and just completely forgetting everything that happened before that. And it was terrifying.
Oh.
It was just insanely scary because I would be like on this track of going like, wait, I can't remember what happened a second ago. And so I'd start trying to figure it out, and then I would be like 10-second Tom from
just gone.
With 50 First Dates. It's like you get halfway through a thought, and then you'd be like, wait, where was I? It was awful.
So Pam Wozniak came back talking about people being depressed and all that, and she said, well, if they weren't, she would be out of a job. And then she said, in reference to the psilocybin versus the depression, Woodstock versus 99 Woodstock. Like, that's a great example.
Enough said right there.
That's
Yeah.
a great example.
Peace and love, and let's break everything.
Yeah, let's just make this the shit
one
show.
thing they had in common was lots of tits. I think, and I mean, what else do you need? I guess
I like those. So I'm a fan.
yeah, for sure.
So you were talking about smoking. We were smoking. I don't know. We were in our early teens, and I decided we're gonna get my brother high. And somebody got hash. And I didn't know the difference. I thought it was all hash. I did not realize like high crystalline structure, all that stuff. So we get him all toked up, and he's like, "I'm gonna go for a bike ride real quick." And we lived in this little cul-de-sac in Missouri at the time. So I'm like, "All right, we'll just stay in here." He's 12, by the way.
Oh no!
He goes outside. He stands on his
Gets on his bike and be like, what was I doing again?
He stood on his bike, just holding his bike for probably a good 20, 25 minutes, puts his feet on the pedals, falls over, lays there for a good 10, but not like laid over like in pain or anything like that. He just laid there holding the bike, feet still on the pedals. Like,
Get
never
up.
moved.
Did you see how fast I went?
Came back in, he's like, yo, I decided it wasn't a good idea to go for a ride. I'm like, but you've been gone for an hour.
You ever run when you were high on weed when adrenaline kicks in because you have to?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, is that an experience, dude? Me and my buddy. Okay, so this will show you how popular I was in high school. Me and my buddy, my buddy was older than me. He was like 19. I was 17, I think. So it's like, we found this spot pretty close to us. It was like an old railroad, like tunnel, and it was just nothing going on there. You come out the other side, and there's just an embankment that goes down to a creek, and so we were like, we're going to have a party, and we're going to have it in this tunnel, and we're going to invite everybody we know, and it's going to be crazy. And we had a fifth of Jack Daniels, a fifth of Jim Beam, cases of beer, like an ounce of weed, and 0 people came. 0. So it was me, him, and his girlfriend. And so we were like, fuck it, we're going to have a good time.
We're finishing all this.
We started
doing it,
getting
yep.
jacked up. Well, his girlfriend, like, literally goes off the deep end because she is over on this steep embankment, like, fucking around because she's so jacked up. And he can't control her. Like, he's trying to keep her away from getting, so she doesn't get hurt. And she's just being freaking straight nuts. And he was like, you need to go get help. Go get my mom. Like, because his mom knew that he partied and shit.
Yeah.
He's like, she's going to be pissed because they're going to have to come out and stuff or whatever. But, like, other than that, it was fine. So
should be cool with it to avoid.
I
the
climb
bodily
up
harm.
the hill over top of the tunnel and hit the road, and I start running. I'm like, this is incredible. I've never run so fast in my life. I feel like it was like everything was simultaneously going so slow, like because I felt like I was in slow motion, which is probably why I felt like I was running so fast, because it was like the flash effect. You know what I mean? And I'm like,
feel
this
the
is
wind, but-
amazing. I've never been able to run so fast. I'm not even getting tired because I got adrenaline going, but the mellow of the weed. And I get back, and her boyfriend was just the stupidest person I've ever met in my entire life, I think. And so I burst in the door, and I run back and into the bedroom, and I'm like, you got to come quick. Like, we need your help. And I'm like saying everything probably ridiculously too fast. And I get through my whole spiel, and I'm like, grab your keys. We got to go get them. And he looks at me and just goes, what? I'm like, fuck, do you know how much mental concentration and energy it took me to get that out? I'm so fucked up, and you want me to repeat it now? And I'm like,
I can't say that again.
it's like when you call customer service and you explain your problem to somebody
Okay,
and they
what's your
don't speak
account number?
English and they no when they don't speak English and they don't understand you and that you just get through your whole thing of here's my problem and they're like, okay, have you tried blah 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 or like, and you're like, manager please.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? You ever get to that point?
Like,
You talk to the
Plug it
first
back
person.
in. Did you try that?
Yeah, you go through the whole spiel, give them all the information. Like, I've cycled my modem 15 times. It doesn't work. I've cycled it. I traced the cord. My connection's good. All of that stuff is good. Okay, sir, the first thing I'm going to need you to do is unplug your modem and count to 30.
Yeah.
And you're like, manager.
I did that like 5 hours ago, bro.
Yeah, exactly the situation that I felt like back then before I even knew what that felt like.
Sean Henderson said, "Evening, everyone. Evening, sir. Nice to have you here. New name, fresh name."
It is an evening. It is. I don't know if it's good or bad because he did not specify.
No, he did not. He was not. He did not clarify very well. So,
Farva.
dude,
Another soundbite. You did not specify.
the lice love the sugar. It's delicious. I love that part.
You saying you're going to set my country music award on fire?
So, I've been playing around with like the Delta 8 stuff lately. The Delta 8 gummies. I don't sleep a whole lot, so when I want to sleep and like knock it out pretty good.
Fuck.
And
This one's out.
it's doing good, and I've been playing with it more and more, and I'm like, all right,
That's
isn't-
what she said.
this isn't working because it takes an hour to kick in. And I'm like, bro, I need to
Bullshit
be
of
asleep by then. Like, it's so I may have gone a little heavy on it. So I woke up the next morning. I was like, I've never woken up high before, like ever. I've never woken up and been high. I woke up higher than when I went to sleep, and I'm like looking around like, oh, this isn't good. I have to function in like a half an hour. Oh crap, honey, because it was like, I don't know.
That's the best way to do that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, do it. Give it 5 minutes. If you don't feel anything, do another one. Give it another 5 minutes. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, do not listen to what he just said. Because they
Kids
take
don't try this
They
at
take
home.
about like 40 minutes before they really start to kick in for me at all, and then they amp up, and they, depending on how much you took, like they amp up. And then I had a gentleman just give me Delta 11 stuff. They don't take time. They're like 5 minutes. So the Delta 11 is what the Delta 8 is after it breaks down in your system, except you're just putting that straight in. So you skip the whole liver section of like breaking it down to actually make it do something.
That's what they should have been doing in Seattle in the 80s. They should have had a shipment of Delta shipped in.
Right?
It would have changed the music, but
Yeah. Well, dude, the whole. So you're talking about Seattle, make me think Portland, all that crap. Dude, I just was thinking more and more about like the burning out of their courthouse and how crazy these fools are. Like they legalized all the fun stuff, like the psilocybins and everything. I think everything's legal.
I think so.
But yet, what are you doing? Are you just having fun? Are you just,
I'm waiting.
Okay.
I'm waiting. I'm trying my very best to,
But I don't
to
understand, 'cause,
exercise
like,
restraint.
so we're talking about it like, okay, you know, you guys had the fun drugs in the 70s. And that's why it was a bit more chilled, and then the depression kicked in. But I'm like, the most angry people in the country right now are the people in Portland burning everything, and they're the ones who have the good drugs.
The only thing we torched was the next bowl.
Right.
There you
That's
go.
what we torched.
I want to
We're
try.
non-destructive. You're peace-loving hippies. That's a good time.
I'm on like a weird path of like, all right, I want to start trying stuff because I never could. I was always military, worked
Yeah.
chemical, worked industry. Like I couldn't play with anything. I mean, even Delta 8 stuff. Like you pop hot, you're done. It's legal, but you still can't test for it. And I chose the job instead, which wasn't a bad choice. But you know, now I'm kind of like, all right, I want to try everything, but I'm not trying anything because I'm afraid that I'll like it. So I need to find a path on that.
Sorry, I have a really limited attention span. So, like, when I have an idea, I'm trying to go for
Okay.
it, but I'm also trying to respect you and
I
not step on
appreciate
your
that
shit.
about you.
So, what I wanted to do is switch to this camera so I could say, you know, that moment when you realize that you paid too much attention to the chat room and to the buttons that you want to push, and you go, I have no idea what the fuck Sam is talking about. What the fuck is a Delta 8 and a Delta 11? Did he fly somewhere recently? I have no idea what's going on. And then by the end, I'm like, I think he's talking about a prescription sleep aid, but I'm not entirely sure. That's all. I'm done.
Well, speaking of the chat, Pam said that they're hitting up some cigar shops in Southern Maryland tomorrow, and they're gonna be rocking their Junkies t-shirts. Represent.
I do
it, man.
recommend to rock your junkies anytime possible. And I want to shout out Seth Jones for keeping up with the the references to Super Trooper never bullshit a bullshitter.
Yeah.
I fucking and that's the other thing I wanted to get off my chest. Then I turned the show back over to the more enjoyable people. Seth Jones, I don't know if Chichingo is listening actively because they're at a Comic-Con peddling baseball cards and Pokemon or something like that. So I need you to private message me because I was looking for a pen. If you were wondering what I was digging in that. My
that makes
pen's in my
sense now.
pants upstairs. I was digging through this looking for a pen so I could write down for myself. Just private message me on Facebook to put some Super Trooper references into the
On the
soundboard.
board?
Yeah. Because I need
There's
need to
definitely a
remember
couple
to do
that need to
it.
go on there.
100%. 100%.
Don't forget to cut the balls.
I don't think that was the same movie. Who Wants a Mustache Ride?
No, don't forget when he's chugging the syrup.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm with you now.
He's like, relax the throat.
with you
Don't
now.
forget to cut the balls.
Well, you got these big, thick, muscular lips. I've got these little bird lips. There's so much gold in there.
Yeah,
What
it's
does a
fantastic.
responsible officer do with his equipment? He tests it?
You're a sick son of a bitch, Mac.
In my day, we used the rookie got naked, and we also used blanks. Limitless potential there. That get him to the Greek. Oh, get him to the Greek's another good one. Throw that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Road Trip.
Dude.
There's some classics in Road Trip.
Seth Jones, I love you, buddy. He chimes in with, and that's the second time I got crabs.
Yeah. The schnozberries taste like schnoz.
I feel like if that movie was made these days, it would be. That was the second time I got monkeypox.
monkeypox. So, what is your favorite ridiculous movie? Like that kind of genre we're just talking about.
Road Trip might be it.
Really?
But
Road
it's
Trip's
fresh
pretty
in my mind.
Yeah.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
That's Freddy Got Fingered.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, does it
Tom
have that
Green's
guy
in
in
it
it too?
Yeah,
there
but
you
he's
go.
just playing with
You
the
want
snake the whole time.
two fingers? Make it 3.
Did I say 2? Better make it 3.
Milking the prostate.
Dude, check it out. She gave me your panties. Oh, God. That moment. Dude.
And that takes me back to was that Beer Fest?
Yeah.
What was something and Tickle with the big lady that looks skinny because he's drunk, and then he wakes up in the morning. It's this huge
Oh, I
woman
don't
next to
remember
him,
this one.
and then he looks at the camera and he goes, "Come on, guys, I knew the whole time."
I don't remember that part.
No, oh dude,
I
it's-
boinked her, yeah.
That's as good as Beer Fest for sure. Or a Beer Fest is as good as Super Troopers.
Oh, yeah.
Like they are both
That cast
so
is just fantastic.
incredibly amazing. Although they've struck out too.
I'm kind of mad they didn't do Podfest.
Yeah,
Like, that was like,
yeah.
they had
did
Willie
that was like pre
lean into
MCU.
Yeah.
right. Like Iron Man will return in the Avengers.
Yeah.
it was like your Broken Lizard will return in Potfest, and we never got it.
You got Willie Nelson to come in and be like, "Hey guys, I need some help."
Landfill 2, you're twice the man Landfill 1 ever was.
He could drink faster. I was shitting pancakes for a year.
The ping pong paddle. Wait, hey guys, let's stay on topic. Waffles, not pancakes.
Yeah. So, why don't you do the participation trophy of the week?
We could do that, but the T-shirt has to say waffles, not pancakes, with a ping pong
There's
paddle.
no T-shirt on the
Maybe we could
participation
sell.
trophy.
Yeah, I know, but we could sell ping pong paddles that say waffles, not pancakes. Oh God, there's something there.
So Smack, don't insert. That's pretty much what I'm getting out of that.
Yeah, I mean, I like a little bit of both every once in a while. I've been known to. Oh. There's multiple symbols in this drum roll. I could stop at any time, but I like the build up. Without
It's time
further
for the
ado,
trophy of the week.
it is time for the participation trophy of the week, and the recipient of the coveted Golden Grasshopper Award goes to my man Kirill.
Yes, sir.
From Puffin Stuff and Jernigan's, because he came over for the cookout a couple of weeks ago and says, I like what you guys are doing. I'm going to feel like I'm part of it. And what can I do? You guys need equipment. I'm going to buy it. He says, I don't need a tax deduction. I don't want
Yeah.
ads. I just want to feel like I was involved. I think what you guys are doing is cool. And he bought me and Sam the toys that we get to enjoy right now. So
Very cool.
we have the Stream Deck, which is brought to you by Kirill. And then you also have, we might have to call it the Chichingo Cam. The Chichingo Cam is also one of the things that we picked up, along with some backup equipment that'll help us out when we're in a pinch on our next expedition, as it were. Because
Yes, sir.
That's stressful, man. When you get out there and you're like, all right, we didn't get here as early as we wanted to because of traffic and because of life. So we got 10 minutes to get a good stream going and make sure that we don't have any lag or anything in the cameras, and then hurry up and pull an audible and go back to the old way. Yeah, it's not a good time. So it's nice to have backup equipment.
So that's what you're concerned about. I'm concerned about fitting his long ass last name on the trophy, though.
I mean, it's basically his name with a different consonant in the beginning, I think.
There's a lot.
I think there might be more consonants.
There's
than
a lot of-
vowels in that one too.
Yeah.
There's a C and an H in there, so I assume you
There's
both have
there's a lot more vowels
some sort
in his
of
name.
like Russian, or well, I know he's Russian, but like, you know, there's some commonality there somewhere in that family tree. You guys bump into each other somewhere. I know it.
Bunch of bitches.
Bunch of bitches.
Bunch of bitches.
That's actually, I
I'm gonna
like
have fun
that a
with
lot.
Yeah.
Chichingo, write that down.
I got a pretty close friend.
Write that
who's a
down. Seth
Petrovich,
Jones,
so-
DM me. Write that down.
Write that down.
Yeah.
That one needs.
Yeah, 100%. Well, let me look up Kirill's last name while you guys distract the kids at
Farovich.
home. It is Farovich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually not that hard to say.
Farovich, Puskovich. I mean, he's got a T in there.
Couple of bitches.
Whereas you're just a Pusk, he's fair.
No T. Ain't got no G.
Dude, so I kept having problems trying to tag you and stuff because everybody else I know who's a Vitch has a T.
Son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch. Give me a drink.
Yeah, you understood that reference.
Oh, dude, that right now because
Bugs are crawling all over me.
I'm not into the live music like you guys are. I never claimed to be. That's the best show I've ever seen, though. Those guys were so freaking awesome to watch.
Yep.
Can I just tell you how creepy it is whenever you get the live stream back up and the first thing it says is Samuel Hoffman is watching you?
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus is
It's not a
watching
good
you.
feeling.
Jesus is watching
Yeah.
you.
It's like I feel like I need to cover up. I guess it could be worse. At least it wasn't Coltsy. I don't know if he even watches anymore. I think he just likes to roll through the Facebook group as like a little bald gorilla terrorist. Yeah.
Hey, Colby showed up. Sorry.
There you go. Your better half's already here, but now we got the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah. I mean, we had the. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All I can think of is watching these three men have just confirmed for these wonderful ladies that we had the privilege to meet last weekend that they made the right life choices. Like, yeah, we picked the right gender.
Yeah, you guys made the right call there.
Hey, I won't ever give you shit. I'm a vaginitarian. Too much. Hey, I got him. Yeah.
Ooh, that one.
That's got to be an official segment. I need
Oh,
to
that
keep
one hurt.
I do need a third camera. That's what I just realized. I need a camera on his face all the time so we can switch to the whiskey retro hail cam.
Son of a bitch. Do you know how bad that hurts?
I really don't.
Every
I don't want
time.
to find out. Wait.
Oh, man.
No. Yes. Man.
Every time.
Oh, dude. I was so proud, too. I said at the beginning of the show, like, it's been weeks. You're not going to get me anymore. And, yeah, he got me.
Hold on, what's it say? Colby Wozniak has left the group.
Wow. Just like that, eh?
Yeah,
No,
just like that.
there's no love. Well, we still got Pam. We're good. So anytime somebody says Pam, I think of the show Archer. Did you ever watch that one?
I watched quite a few seasons of that show. My favorite character on that was the
Lana,
no
Archer,
the other lady, the younger girl.
Cheryl,
No,
Pam,
maybe.
Pam.
Yeah. I didn't make any
The
associations.
blonde one?
Yeah.
The heavyset blonde one.
Yeah, see, I didn't
The
want
HR
to. I
lady
didn't
that
want to
had-
use that description.
But
So that's where I was coming into difficulty because I was like, "It's the internet. You got to watch what you say. You got to be
But, I mean,
PC and
honestly,
whatnot."
how do you
She's bigger
the
than the
HR
other females on that show, but
She's
she
the
was
HR lady
mine.
that has
Watch
sex
an episode of Archer and look for Pam.
She's
Yeah.
my favorite character on that
Oh
show.
my God, yeah.
dude.
Yep.
She is so funny, and
she's the
like,
HR lady that has sex with every employee.
She is the Ron Swanson of that show because all she wants to do is eat and like bang chicks. It's like that girl is my spirit animal, but I only want to bang one. not
Wait.
mostly allowed to.
Wait,
but
what?
I
Okay.
I just wanted to clarify.
Okay,
She doesn't listen mostly, but in case she pops into the live chat, I want to make sure that I'm covering my ass.
Yeah, you'll have that.
You got to be careful when you're on the internet.
Yeah, the internet's dangerous. It's nasty.
I feel like that's a T-shirt too. The internet is dangerous.
Nasty.
Nasty. That's just
And then
so
just have a
nasty.
picture of goats on it. The
And it
internet is
says nasty?
dangerous.
Oh yeah.
Stupid Herbert says the internet's dangerous.
My precious.
Give us the precious. Give us the camera.
You gotta like really worry about the fact that this guy is building a koi pond. You have to worry for the future of those fish.
Yo, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Give it to us raw and real.
It is the best and
guessing
worst.
that's what you were going
That is
for.
the best and worst impersonation you do because it's accurate, but it's terrifying.
Yeah, it's nasty. So do we know what the F4 and the F19 inside of these bands are?
We do not.
Give you an excuse to hold your arms up in front of the camera.
Man, so well, I guess we have a camera for that.
There is a camera for that.
So,
It's a little off center, but hey,
so yeah, when you're looking at these guys here, on
Mm-hmm.
the inside, you've got this, and this is actually way harder than I thought it was. There and this, and
Damn,
I have
no
no idea
lighters
what
in
it's
the
for.
I understood that reference.
damn it!
There.
I hit the wrong button. Stupid lighter.
No,
I
could-
love Iron Man, but it's too big
that
sometimes.
Could be a Boothie code for something.
Yeah,
it could be. It could
Dude,
be.
honestly, like with the Dark Army and all that stuff. Oh, look, Dave Cam.
Hey,
Since you haven't swapped it yet, I'm just gonna leave it on Dave there for.
I didn't know you were
Okay,
done.
well, it was fun.
You rotated.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good way to go because every time that you have a sad face, I'm not even gonna look at him. I'm just gonna switch to that camera, and he's gonna have a big smile on his face.
Every
Dave,
time-
that's what I appreciate about you.
You sick, twisted bastard, just like Corey.
He just looks over there like he's having the
I'm
worst
reveling
moment.
in your misery.
Oh yeah, get him.
So I do got to point out 2 milestones you and I haven't talked about. We broke 300 followers on the Facebook group. We're at
We
like
did.
329
We got some members
now.
Yeah. I'm thinking like 29 of them listen to the show, which
I'm-
is
I'm
which is
for
all
it.
right. Yeah. it's all right.
And then on Anchor, we are. Yesterday we were like 3 short of 2,000 listens on Anchor.
Oh, we might be
So-
breaking.
So we
some
probably
ground.
broke into that by now. I'm gonna make assumptions here, which I know makes an ass out of Corey, but I'm fine with that.
I don't have a graphic for balloons falling from the ceiling, so we're going to substitute with the audio equivalent.
All right, I'm gonna support you on this one. And the Dave Cam.
The Dave Cam.
The Dave Cam.
The Dave Cam. Yeah, but you had your hand perfect. You couldn't see your face at all.
I know.
Yeah.
Bastard. And
Yeah.
you can't even see the preview. This is not cool.
Yeah, that's the nice thing too, is because with this system, the cameras light up the same. So on the app, when you're switching back and forth, you get one camera that has the light, so you know which one to look at. I like keeping you guessing.
You're always live.
Yeah, well,
Is it
that was one of the other band names I was considering was Post Life Crisis instead of Midlife Crisis.
Life Crisis? That's
That sounds very much like a grunge band right there. Like that shit's like,
Absolutely.
you know, like I don't even remember what the reference is to, but it's like, oh, like it's hard to get teenagers depressed. You know, like
Yeah.
get kids to slit their wrists.
Yeah.
But that's the kind of that's definitely like an emo band name
Yeah.
is
Post-life
Post Life
crisis.
Crisis.
Yeah.
I was thinking of middle class rebellion, something like that. But I think I'm definitely gonna have to stick with the silly sausage and the twat waffles.
Yeah. So who's the sausage and who's the twat waffles?
I mean, I feel like I have to be the sausage. I got the shape for it.
So we're going Vienna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not bratwurst.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just covering.
Just so you
I
know.
understood that reference.
I know you did.
I knew where you're going.
And then, but like the twat
That's what I
waffles-
appreciate about you.
Is that what she appreciates about me?
Yeah.
So-
I don't even know where to go
Yep,
anymore.
you wanna-
We're just doing.
You want to do
things.
new members?
Do I suppose it is my turn. Is
I
it
could
not?
do it.
You want to go?
Yeah. So I am going to say we got a lot of people that are
It's a big group.
different kinds of influencers, different media members from the cigar world this time. A lot of thanks to Steve Newman for that, because I mean a lot of these people were brought in by him.
We're familiar with one type of influence, and it's alcoholic.
Yes. Let's see. We got Whitney Taylor, Keith Robinson, Lefty Karapolis. He's of the Sisters of the Leaf group, so that's cool. Thomas Gibler, the second. Genevieve Monique, Gary Poltonwicks. Here, you want to do it? Because
The camera needs to be on.
no,
Sham
it
on this
really
one.
should
No,
not be.
your reaction to his reading
Yeah.
is the best part about what's going on right now.
Stephen
Keep pronouncing
Thomas,
those names.
Joe Callahan. I can do that one. Scott Allen, Tony DeMeo, Rob Witters, James BJ.
Oh,
It's James
I
BJ.
I like that guy without even meeting him.
Zane David Campbell.
I know that guy.
Do you?
I do.
I know a Brock
Who is he?
Campbell.
Hmm?
Zane. Oh, Zane goes in your shop.
We're
He's
in West Virginia.
He's a strange
yeah.
dude that likes to dig for bottles. That's all. There's two things he does on Facebook, and like, listen, it's the internet. That's what it's there for. He, I think, complains about Democrats and digs for bottles.
Antique bottles.
And I have no idea what the fuck that means. Is there just like bottles everywhere? And how do you find them? There's not a glass
Especially,
detector.
well, from what I understand from Zane, a hotbed for old bottles, antique bottles,
He's good at
are
covering his
under
face.
old shit houses. Any outhouses on properties?
Is that why they call it getting shit faced?
I don't know, but that's a good point.
We need to look up the history on that. Chichingo.
Chingo, I need that soundbite
Yep.
too. Every time that Dave says anything close to complimentary, I'm like, get that on record, please.
Let's see. We got Jimmy McGuire, Shelly Salka, Aunt Shelly. Thank you.
Ooh.
no
how's Grandma doing? Is she?
She is.
I feel like
she's
I
not
saw.
great right now. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so shout out to Grandma Hoffman. Is it Hoffman?
Hoffman,
That's
yeah.
a Hoffman Grandma. You're the best. You're the best
Yeah.
Grandma Hoffman.
Freaking hitting up Facebook and commenting
Except
on
for
our
my
posts
grandma.
from the hospital right now.
My
so
grandma's
that's cool.
good too.
Nomad AY. I'm going with AY because they're both capitalized.
Ayy. Just
Alex
jumped the shark.
Hamburger.
Hamburger?
It's hamburger. Sorry, hamburger. Like, I mean, do you want French version? I don't know.
Hamburger, yeah.
David Blanco of Blanco.
David Blanco fame?
Yeah. Scott E. Avalio, Grayson Wyatt, James Michael, Justin Michael, Jordan Tor, Wendon Pierce. I really like these names now.
Jordan Tor is the one that bought the Superflies.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Troy Rosenloff, which is of Nelson Laguastos. He's the man behind the
Troy.
counter.
I like that Troy. He wears our T-shirt.
Yep. Richard J. LaPuma, Matt Kinney, and Austin Noggle.
He thinks he got a free T-shirt. I got a free billboard.
Yeah.
That's how it
Oh,
works.
dude, he was on it too. Like, he handed him the T-shirt.
No,
2
he says,
minutes,
he
it was
says,
on.
do you have any more of those T-shirts? And I says, yeah, I have a couple that I was gonna give out and stuff. And he says, how much are they? And I said, are you gonna wear it here? And he said, yeah. And I said, then it's free because it's free advertising. And I turn around for 3 seconds. The guy's got the T-shirt on.
Dude, he
I'm
was
like,
on it.
Hell yeah, my man.
Yeah, he jumped right on it. So that was awesome. Thank you,
That's what I
Troy.
appreciate about him.
Yeah, and it was cool too because he's like, "Oh, I listen to you guys," and I'm like, "Oh, you're one of our mystery listeners." Join
Seth,
the group.
You're slacking. You definitely have the group expert badge, but the secretary is Chichingo because he's only messaged me one thing so far, and it's the bunch of itches. And
Bunch of
although I appreciate it, I really do need these references. I'm not kidding. I need you to send these to me because I will not remember them. after
Chichingo
the
will get
show.
him on the audio later.
Maybe.
So Richard J. LaPuma is from Corojos out in Johnstown.
Yeah.
Colby just clarified that. So I'm gonna try and make a trip out there here soon. Just I don't know, new lounge. I haven't been there. See what it's like. But do it on a Saturday maybe and
Just
catch up
for
with
a
Colby.
minute?
Yeah, just for a second, just see how it feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, that's all I got, man. I'm there.
He's like, I ran out. The page is
I'm just-
empty,
I-
kids.
That's right.
Very few times have I been out of things to say.
Yeah,
But
you know
luckily,
what?
I'm
It's
usually with Corey.
actually for once doing this show. I think you actually hit a reasonable stopping point.
Yeah.
Like usually I'm like, all right, especially if we have a guest. If we have a guest on, I'm like, how long are we gonna go? I gotta work tomorrow,
Yeah.
guys. And it's like I'm looking down 2 hours and 40 minutes. I'm like, okay, I really gotta go.
It's bedtime.
It's like, let's stretch it out. Yeah.
It's my bedtime.
I had to take some of that Delta 8 so I can get up in the morning.
Yeah, don't even joke about that because yeah. Well, you don't.
Was
actually
I
So you
do it.
can sleep
was,
tonight.
was I on target at all? Because I legitimately at this point assumed that we were talking about a
It's
sleep
weed.
aid. Oh yeah, no good. Huh?
Yeah, so I'm like, dude, no,
Yeah.
don't take
It's a
that.
good way to
No.
ruin a diet, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
But that's one cool thing about it. I don't get the munchies from it at all.
No,
That's why I like it. Like I get none of that.
it's not like the old.
Yeah.
It's completely different.
The gravity bong ruined my friendship with weed. Yeah. I didn't get that high, but I got super hungry.
Yep.
Yeah, Delta 8 doesn't do any of that stuff.
Mm.
It really doesn't.
I lose my
It could be
balance.
completely
though.
functional.
Kiki Momo. He did not understand that reference.
No. Oh, get in your mic. Get in.
Well, Delta 8 and Kiki Momo.
Get into
Turn
your
your
mic.
head into the
Oh,
microphone.
that one, okay.
That's
Yeah.
the Kiki moment.
There you go. He gets it now.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, Captain America. He understood the reference.
Yeah, no, I lose my equilibrium a little bit from it. So that's like my one downfall to the Delta 8 is I don't have my sense of balance really well.
I
And
didn't
I-
hear the equal part of that. I just heard that. I heard I lose my equilibrium. And I'm like, who's Michael
Michael
Librium?
Michael Librium.
Michael Librian.
That's what.
Michael Libertarian.
Hey, you joke. I'm a libertarian.
There you go.
Yeah.
So much for that no political.
I think
affiliation on the show
everybody
thing.
should be able to
That's
do whatever
gone
the
now.
hell they want as long as it doesn't affect me. You
Yeah.
know?
I'm for him.
Yeah.
Or,
Eat as
or
many
children or animals.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, me as long as it doesn't affect other people. Like if it's your private shit
Yeah,
and
you
it
do you,
doesn't
bro.
affect anything outside of your bubble, cool. You keep your bubble out of my goddamn bubble.
Well, if you were doing things with animals, I think indirectly it would affect me.
And
Why?
Just saying.
What are you doing with the animals?
No more free
Nothing.
cigars.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Like,
what he's saying.
dude,
No more free cigars for you.
Like sheep
Don't do
and
things with animals.
sheep and
I feel like
Goats and-
we should get with PETA and save Stogie from the Linden house.
I
right
feel like
now.
he's accusing you of being a bad boy.
Yeah, you know what, Stoke? Y'all, yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
yeah.
Go
come
ahead.
on.
He's on. He can take care of
The
himself.
Godfather got
take
this,
care of
bud.
himself.
For sure he can. That's a good cat.
I hate that cat. I love the
Dude.
cat, but I
No-
hate that cat.
Not as good as Junkie. I miss Junkie.
Oh yeah.
Junkie's what we named a stray cat that showed up at our house and wouldn't leave for like a week and a half till we got someone to come pick her up and take her home. She was just like the sweetest ass cat you ever seen in your life. She would have been a good. We should have saved her for just a tip.
No.
Why not?
No, I'm not having house cats in the show.
No, it's not a house cat. It's a shop cat.
Yeah, I'm not having a shop cat. It's not a thing for me. I don't like cats.
Yeah.
So like just in general, I told him that from the get go. He's like, I'm like, look, dude, I'll give him food, I'll give him water. I'm not cleaning a shit box. Like it's not happening. I don't like
Okay,
cats.
so I need a meow button, Seth Jones.
Calm down, meow.
Yeah. Well, mostly because you said something and I wanted to say a word that I'm not allowed to say, but I could insert a soundbite to just want meow, and then people would know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I got it.
I understood that
You
reference.
get a button. Good for you, Dave.
Yay, Dave.
It's no golden grasshopper, but damn it, you get something.
I would love to have a shop dog, but I don't think that's gonna fly
Shop
in the
dog.
township that I'm in. So
Yeah.
I don't think that's gonna work there.
That could be a very popular like Hollywood store called Shop Dogs, and like instead of shopping carts, you just have like
Stop where you're at.
German shepherds with saddlebags that just follow you around through the tell me that's not something you couldn't see like Hollywood people paying like extra
Oh, yeah.
money for.
Yeah.
Just to have a dog that follows you around through the store to put your shit in.
It'd be great to sell it to him.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
It'd be fun.
Yeah.
We could do it.
And yeah, you get rescues, you get them trained just enough that they'll do it, and then walk around, and at the end of it, be like, "Oh, by the way, would you like to take Sparky home with you?"
Look at him. Look how cute he is.
Yeah, I was going to
And for just $9.99, you can adopt a junkie.
Where's the decimal in that?
Decibel or decimal?
Decimal for $9.99.
Oh.
$199, $99.90, $9.
It's after the silent zeros.
It's after the silent zeros.
The zeros are silent. All right, yeah, that feels pretty good to me.
That's about it.
Yeah, I think we're in a good place, or we went way past the bad place. Why is there a lightning bug on my show notes?
I don't know, but I feel like you should take them off there,
I
and you should
can't-
war
I-
paint yourself with them.
I can't even.
Don't do that on the internet, though.
I can't even make this shit up. There's a lightning bug on my show notes. I flip it over and he's just chilling underneath there.
He's
Yeah.
doing his thing, man. Just let him be.
Yeah, I guess.
Why can't we all
so.
just get along?
So why don't you tell the kids at home what we're smoking next week in case they want to smoke along with us?
We're going to be smoking the... I'm sorry, I'm looking at Chichingo's head bouncing. It kind of looked like a crow.
It is
It's kinda
distracting.
weird. Yeah, we're gonna be smoking the Snake Shake, and yeah, we're gonna have an off day though, so it's not gonna be on Friday.
Yeah, it might not be next. Well, it might be. It might be something.
Yeah,
we
figure
don't
it
know
out.
when it's going to
We're
be.
not sure when it's gonna be.
Same, different. I don't know.
We're gonna do a show next week.
Bye, everybody.
Salud.
Adios.